Welcome in, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Steelers and the Browns. I'm the biggest Browns fan you can find right now. I am excited. Need Aaron Rodgers to have one of those days where he's just on the sideline shaking his head. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But I'd like that to happen. I do want Myles Garrett to get the sack record, though. Isaac McQueen, hello. David Medlin, hello. Koya, great to see you from across the world. Mike Mayer, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Know you were feeling it toward the end of the day yesterday. Good to see you. Spaceship Ears. John, hello. Welcome in. Roger Shue, Blake, hello. Happy New Year to everybody as we get started here today. Jim Nance and Tony Romo is who I got to listen to.
Tony, it really changed everything about the atmosphere going into this game.
Ready.
Monster win, and it just makes this really important. I know Pittsburgh does not want to see Baltimore next week having everything on the line.
Yeah, Pittsburgh wants to win this game more than anything. There's no doubt.
When we visited yesterday with Aaron Rodgers, he made it clear, hey, we don't know what's going to happen with this game. Talking about the Baltimore-Green Bay game, but we're playing as if Baltimore is going to win, and we have to go out there and beat Cleveland.
And that starts at the top.
There you go. Starts at the top. Share out the stream, everybody. Let others know you're going to be over here. I appreciate that.
He's been surgical lately, too. Since he turned 42, I think he's
Rodgers has been on like Donkey Kong.
One other thing to look for today with the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have injuries. Of course, the wide receiver position, also the suspension of DK Metcalf.
That's right. DK Metcalf not playing today.
The Cleveland Browns today and their rookie quarterback. Can't wait to see him, Shedeur Sanders.
It was fun putting the tape on this week to see his progression. I mean, there's good and bad. I mean, some of the stuff is easy. Just take the check down. It's right
there. Looking to see here real quick.
With the propensity to try and create the big play, and that was late in the game. That hurt. But then there's other times where it's like he just...
What is this guy doing?
Aggressively takes the open guy and then move on. And when he does that, this offense looks good. He needs to do that today. Great opportunity for him in the next 2 games.
Hey, since 2017, Pittsburgh's only won one time in this stadium. Don't be deceived by the records. It's Pittsburgh, and it's Cleveland, and it's coming up next on CBS.
Ooh, next on CBS.
January 11th. Mickey Blazers back, hosting the Golden Gloves. Live.
Blake says, let's go Steelers.
More fun, smart way to kick off your weekday. Clearly, it's Team CBS Mornings.
We will get a screen as soon as we get the kickoff, everybody. Get the screen as soon as we get kickoff.
The Pizza Bowl's 2 Studio. Pick any 2 favorites for just $7.99.
Ready to go.
Unbelievable. Order now at pizzabowlies.com.
Honey.
Wait, what?
It's COVID-19 in my heart.
Mandy Mary, hello. Welcome in.
It's COVID. PITvsCLE.
PITvsCLE is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
My symptoms are mild now. I'm not risky.
Let's do this. The legend of death. What's up, legend? How you doing? Please win, Brown. Coming in from a Ravens fan. What's up, legend? How you doing?
Life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work.
Appreciate you being here today.
Tell your doctor about all medicines, vitamins, and herbal.
We're on the last set of commercials.
Changes of your other medicines may be needed. Tell them if you have kidney or
Last set of commercials.
Are or plan to be pregnant or breastfeed. Don't take PITvsCLE if allergic to its ingredients.
David says he'll be right back.
Tell your doctor right away if you have allergic reaction symptoms. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe.
This is a big game today. You wouldn't think it would have been a big game, but it is.
It's COVID. PITvsCLE.
Ask your doctor today.
It is. It is. It is.
Let's do shrimp. The shrimp boats have arrived at Gerstbach's with great prices you simply won't believe. These fresh caught shrimp are on sale from $7.99 to $11.99 a pound. Sizes range from large, extra large, jumbo, super jumbo, and for that big appetite, colossal. And to help you save more, we'll take $1 off any 2-pound bag of frozen shrimp, mix or match any size. And don't forget, to avoid waiting, we'll have all 5.
Siri, do a screenshot.
Remember, there are a lot of
Screenshot, please.
but there's only one Shrimp King.
At Heritage, we know our community is stronger where transportation is more accessible. And our
Douglas is in here. Hello, Doug. Good luck today.
by ensuring those who need help in Baltimore.
Cake, hello. Welcome in.
So our heroes can protect, our kids can play, and our neighbors can stay well. At Heritage, we're all in. helping care for and strengthen the community we call home.
Where did I put?
At MileOneCares.com.
I can't remember what I wanted to get. Todd Brady, welcome in, buddy. Yes, there's no Metcalf today. No Metcalf.
Loaded with fresh mozzarella.
I wanted to go do something. I can't remember what it is. Oh, I know what it is.
Star. Okay, so we're good.
Star, jar. Star, car.
Oh my God.
Kevin Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns playing host to Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh
Love it.
Steelers. And it's coming up.
Love it. Coming up next, right here. Naomu, what's up? You got a quick question? Go ahead. Todd Brady says massive win. Yes, it was. Big win for the Ravens yesterday. May not matter too much. It's going to be tough, for Cleveland to beat them. Let's just being realistic. Rodgers has been playing like old Rodgers back in the Green Bay days recently. So, if he does that, they're going to just fly through it today.
So I'm sensing a bit of tension between you
Trying to
two.
get that where I want it.
Our heart attack was a wake-up call.
There we go.
I feel like we could do more to avoid another one. Oh, I started eating kale. And
48 degrees in Cleveland. That's actually warm for them.
I'm worried it's not enough. I just want him to ask our doctor about Repatha.
Normally, I don't take sides, but you should put some kid hearts. Repatha plus a stat.
Sophomore slumps happen. They say it. I don't know if it's just the fact that you do so well as a rookie that you don't work as hard in the off season, and when you come out, it's you end up getting a higher ref to coverage, or just not doing as well. It could be that you do so well, like a Puka Nacua when he went out and did so well his first year, and teams started to double coverage a little bit or add an extra safety or something like that. Could just be that they have to adapt to the extra attention now. So, don't know. Good question, though. Hello, Monorail Molly. Welcome in. Good luck to your Browns today. Hello, Find a Fun. Find a Fun calling it 34-17 Browns. Wow.
They're saying the quarterbacks are scrambling, apparently, to sell eggs. Oh,
I love these commercials for Uber Eats. Absolutely love them. Our screen will change in just a couple minutes. Our screen will change in just a couple minutes.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Niles definitely getting double today. I hope he gets the sack record. I'm pulling for that. I ain't gonna lie.
Set for kickoff, but first down to Tracy.
Miles a chance to break the all-time single-season sack record today and to do it against a rival and Aaron Rodgers, who have yet to sack in your career. What would that mean?
It's going to be a historic moment, not only for myself, but, for us as a team. And
they're interviewing Myles Garrett right now.
Get him, but run the hopes of the playoffs. So, if we can do all that in one fell blow, I love it.
You said you want that picture on the wall. Now, what will it take when everyone out here is going to stop you?
It'll take everything, but they're not stopping me today.
They're not stopping me today. I do love Myles Garrett. I can't stand it when I play against him, but I do love him. Oh, my God.
And it's got a spritz in the air. It's been showering all morning long, overcast and foggy. Great. Really.
I want Myles to get the record. Cleveland is getting the ball first. The commercials are already running backstage, so we'll bring up the real screen in just a minute. Welcome in, Jalen.
Let's see if the next 60 minutes.
Boom.
Makes some NFL history. Here we go. As Boswell puts the toe to it.
Here's the 10, 15, 20, 25, out to the 27. Out to the 27. All right, let's take down the screen. Let's get it set up to where we want it. There we go. Shedeur Sanders is your quarterback of record.
You watched that tape, you broke it down 3 or 4 times, and you liked what you saw it a number of times.
I did. I see the progression in his evolution at the quarterback position. He's aggressively trying to take what the defense is giving him. That means checking the ball down, getting the ball out faster. I think he's got a chance, Jim.
Handoff up the middle. Sanders, hands off, straight up.
And that's a nice little drive starter. Of course, they're without
Sanders, the runner. There's a lot of Sanders today.
Buffalo. You see their takeaway.
That's Raheem Sanders. He got 6 yards in that first run, 2nd and 4.
Has 8 picks in his starts so far.
Yeah, he's had too many negative plays, but he's shown the propensity to create the big play. Just needs to do the simple ones to be more consistent.
Shotgun formation, single back set, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Dancing around, gets it off. Caught, first down at midfield. Got his tight end. That's a nice play. He got based for the first down. Eric Woodward, hello, welcome in.
The blitz pickup right here. It's a great job of the undrafted.
Nice job all the way around.
But you see Shador, his ability to create those plays, Jim, and extend the play.
I am impressed right there. Kay Wilby, hello. Thank you for sharing it out. Welcome in. 1st and 10, under center. Play action, looking to throw. He's got time. Gets it off underneath. Oh, incomplete. Just out of reach. He's got to get that play. He's got to hit that running back.
And this is what he did a great job of last week, I felt like, was he just sees all the defense get back in the zone.
No problem. Fully understand. Happy holidays.
You see the miss. Sometimes that ball comes off just a little bit wrong off your hand. Could have been a big play.
That would have been a nice play. He blew that one there.
100 for him. How about throwing the football in this weather today? Heavier football, wet.
2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. Handoff. Sanders to the running back. He'll get about 3. It's going to be 3rd down at about 7 at the Pittsburg 45.
They got 3rd and 7 on the way.
3rd down and 7 at the Pittsburg 45. It is a heavy rain coming down. Hat Boss Coach Jerry, welcome in. Y'all need to hit that like. That's the important thing. Hit the like. If you want Cakes to do one of his half-naked baking things of rolls, and there's a llama inside there with them, and they're giving away cookies, then you need to get us to 100 likes. David Ross, hello. Shotgun going to throw. Across the middle, caught, 1st down at the 35. Jerry Jeudy on the catch. I thought he overthrew the receiver in front of him. Nice throw.
He's going to go up and run a dig route, go up, break in inside the safety. But this is a great job right here. He's got high-low, and he's going to go ahead and look at the defense, see that Herbig's on the inside, and the timing of that in rhythm. Drop back, outstanding.
So big 3rd down completion. And Cleveland now at the 35 of the Steelers. They bring in Dylan Sampson in the backfield. He'd been out last week with a
handoff straight up the middle. Goes for about 1 yard, maybe 2. Sampson on the run. Dylan Sampson.
They hit on so many of them in this year's draft.
They really have, and I think the future is bright. Obviously, you got to find your quarterback, and there are signs that I'm seeing that Shador has that chance. And I think these last 2 games say a lot about what they do in the draft.
And one of those rookies you saw, Fannin, 44, with 70 catches on the year. 2nd and 9.
Play action, 2nd and 9. Got to get rid of it. He does. Incomplete. Is it going to be pass interference or what?
Does not exist.
Does not get the pass interference. Hello, Debbie Bernfeld. Welcome in.
Few of the rookies to talk about. We mentioned
I would have called PI right there. Disney Magic and Mayhem. Richard, hello. Welcome in.
But he'll be back full strength.
Like it up, everybody. We're at 35 likes. We need 100. 100 plus to get that share out. We've had a great one the last 4 games.
Some great ones on the defensive side, including
3rd and 9 here. 3rd and 9 for Sanders.
Don't know what the field goal range is in this weather, but let's see what they do on 3rd.
Gets it off, caught, and hit right away at the 32, driven backwards. It's going to be 4th and about 7. They're at the 32. Let's see if they're going to go for the field goal or what.
It's a hot route. You got to get this ball out. It's a good job by Shore to get it out. Just better defense. Clark coming out of.
John Corndog, hello, welcome in.
Really forcing the throw to come out of the sand quickly. Good job.
They are going to go for the field goal, and they are going to bury that field goal right on through. Field goal's good. Brownies are up 3-0. Welcome into Paul Nelson. Three nothing on that one.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of this guard. But getting that guard.
Where do we even get this?
Welcome in, friends.
Franklin Elementary. Okay.
Guys, actually, the city ordinance.
Come on, get ready. I need you to block 5-0.
You think I have a shot to make the team?
No.
Respect the best. Respect the best.
This is great.
Thank
you, sir.
State Farm is there.
Lowe's knows tackling projects now into football Sunday.
It's Saturday.
Game's ready. We flying, Dave.
Let's go.
Plenty of runtime, and it's even got
Got a piping chilled cold beverage. It's good stuff.
There's going out to eat, and then there's going.
Oh, Case might have another plowing stream. I think that the people that are really getting the weather are like upper Wisconsin, upper Michigan. Aren't they supposed to get a blizzard and get like pounded?
And with up to $400 in Resi credit, there's nothing like having an excuse.
That's what I heard. They're getting pounded.
Nothing like platinum nights and realizing the place lives up to the.
I mean, a good pounding from time to time. I'll take, a foot of snow. But we never get that. I never get lucky enough for that.
There's nothing like platinum.
After the Colonel made his hot and spicy wings, he
69 degrees in Ohio today. Are you serious? Siri, what's the temperature in Cincinnati?
So we could chicken. Back 5 says it demand.
It's 64 degrees right now in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Unbelievable. That is ridiculous. You're almost 70 degrees.
in Music City.
That is ridiculous. That is unfair treatment.
Along with Jason Aldean, Lainey Wilson, Bailey Zimmerman, and more. New Year's Eve Live, Nashville's Big Bash. CBS Wednesday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by KFC. Wings and wedges are back at KFC. Lowe's. Tackle your to-do list early with Lowe's to earn your Sunday. And by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Back after an opening drive field.
Who did Preston go outside with?
Cleveland Browns. And now we'll have a chance to see Aaron Rodgers.
Mr. Sully, how you doing, buddy?
Myles Garrett. You think the sack record's coming down today, Tom?
Days Disney Dreams, hello, welcome in.
It's coming down, is it? Yep. And I know this is actually one of the tougher guys to sack because he gets the ball out so fast, but believe me, Garrett's too good.
Yeah.
That's a 5, 10, 15, 20. Taken down at the 21.
At the 25.
Don't be shocked if it comes out. If the record goes down early.
It's Alex Wright on the kickoff tackle. And here he is, 3-0. You talked about it. Since turning 42 years old in the last month. Wins.
Hold on, I got to see. What the heck is it Preston bringing in?
Won 4 in a row, and then at Detroit last Sunday. Yes, his numbers are great during this stretch. Still 4 touchdowns, no picks. I'm 260 yards passing a game in this win streak. And here
I'll be right back.
Hayward comes into the backfield. Warren gets the toss.
Big run, Warren out to the 33, falls on the ground, but Pittsburgh got it back.
A couple of Steelers are there to cover it up, including Dylan Cook. Wow.
It was a great punch out by Bush here. He's going to turn and go, boom. Send a blow that almost gets Cleveland the ball. And you said it before, Jim, that it's very difficult for Pittsburgh. They've lost 3 in a row here in Cleveland. That shocks some people when you hear that.
Yeah, they're 1-5-1 on this field at Cleveland since 2017. It's a 6-yard gain And Warren again thought he saw an opening, but that was closed quickly by the likes of Baker, and it's only a 1 yard pickup. Third and 4 coming up. You look at this key matchup, Tony.
This is going to be really the key to the game. Can Aaron get the ball out still quickly before Miles can get there? I thought he was surgical last week against the Lions. He had to get it out quick there too, but he literally understands the game. You're going to see a lot of man coverage, trying to disrupt the guys on the outside and allow Garrett to get to the quarterback.
We're going 33 again without the suspended DK Metcalf and without Calvin Austin, who's out with a hamstring injury. So really thin on the outside. There's a little give to Gainwell, and the Browns are all over it. Mason Graham, the first-round pick from Michigan, swallowed up that play.
This is Jim Schwartz special. I want you to watch the whole right side of Cleveland over here. This ball's going to be tossed, and they're going to sprint right at the snap. They were prepared for this play, and I think that's the respect you're showing Myles Garrett, not to drop back to pass on an obvious single high left.
Waitman into punt. After 3 snaps and recovering their own fumble, so it wasn't a pretty start. And it comes down to Marvin at about the 53-yard punt.
All right.
Comes Shador Sanders and the Browns.
I should lead more often. The Browns held.
Engines red, I listening.
Want to drive, fuel efficient. It's a beautiful style. But happy for miles. Driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Honda.
Sorry, we're trying to get some. Whoops.
Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today.
We're trying to get some stuff done here. All right, Grandpa Husband, hello, great to see you. Rincer's in the house, great to see you. Did I miss anybody else coming in? No, I'm not in the chair. I'm not always in the chair, Mr. Sully. I mean, I'm using the chair, but I've had legs on all morning. I've been outside working in my garage, trying to help with Preston get stuff done. All right, let's do this. Nice defense by Cleveland on the first run. Man, they keep doing that all day. I'll get up and leave every time they go on defense.
Starting at $3.50, packed with protein. Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
When you make your dip super creamy,
That's unreal. That's a nice globe you got there too, by the way. Nice globe. Is that a Lego globe? It looks like it. Steve Browning, hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Oh no, Sully, I mean, I'm not wheelchair bound. I am. I use the wheelchair to get around for safety and everything like that. But I have my legs. I work consistently trying to improve myself, improve my endurance. I actually did really good this morning. I was outside with Preston for close to 50 minutes, just up straight, moving stuff to the garage. Oh, that's cool. Lego. Nice. Moving stuff to the garage and moving stuff around the garage. I did pretty good. I had to pause for a second because I felt a little bit stressed, but overall did really good today. Really, really good today. So pretty proud of how it's coming along. I'm trying to build up a lot of endurance. I got a couple of things that I want to do that involve endurance, and boom. So we'll get there. All right, here we go. Dislike person, thank you for the dislike. Amen. Appreciate you. Sanders looking to throw, going down the field. Got a man caught. It's Philbin. Down the sideline, out of bounds. Nice job. Big play. What a nice throw by Sanders. 42 yards on the play.
This is a great route. Make him feel outside, restack him, and then widen. And what a throw. Just an outstanding job. Watch the patience. He's going to roll out left and then stop right there because he feels the outside pressure, and that's one area that I'm really impressed with Shador.
That was a nice throw.
Big time throw.
Tillman's longest reception of the season.
Handoff, off tackle. Sanders up the middle, gain of 5. Thank you, Stevie. I just keep working at it all the time, you know. When you cross into eternity, you'll get a brand new body. Yeah, well, right now I got to work with this one, and we're going to make it happen.
I sat there watching the tape thing like, this guy's going to get a lot more carries moving forward.
Oh, that's cool. There's the magnet on there. Nice. Hey, Jerry, thank you for that video, buddy. 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4 here. Keep hitting those likes, everybody. Handoff. He lost the yard. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 at the 39.
But watch, he's going to go ahead and use his hands and just throw Robinson. And he's turned back the hands of time this year, playing like he's 28 years old. He's been dominant the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes, he hasn't had sacks in each of the last 2 games.
That's why Pittsburgh wants to end it this week.
3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5.
TJ Watt get more time. Echols out. Gear out of the secondary. They need that. 3rd and 5.
Handoff. Big solid run. 1st down and more. Inside the 30. Williams on the run. Hello, Mr. the Crab. Welcome in. How are you, sir? Good to see you.
You said it. The hesitation. Just watch. The F's going to come in here. He's going to hesitate. Let him go by. And as soon as Highsmith goes by, he does.
Teams can change their colors and names. I think the Cleveland Browns should do both. Nah, that's a huge tradition, Sully. I disagree with that one. I think the Browns are an iconic part of this. I just think they need some good football people making decisions. It looks like they have that now. And handoff, Williams again, gain of like 3. I'd like to see the Browns get good again. I like it when the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals are all good and multiple teams from our division can make the playoffs. So Tampa Bay into the end zone. I don't even have 703 up. Why do I not have that up? Let me get up that system.
Get on the board in a hurry there. Meanwhile, Cleveland's second possession.
Second possession here. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. Shotgun. Sanders looking to throw. Going down the sideline. Caught! Touchdown! Cleveland Browns!
Clap your hands!
Fannin on the catch. What a play.
This is going to be a touchdown, and this is as good a start. You see the balls coming off the sand just a little bit, but it actually helps because he gets pulled. Shador, they roll the coverage to cover.
Wow, nice play.
To turn, and Willie Mays that a little bit, and he's been a shining star this year.
And he's shaken up on the touchdown catch and rollout. What a year it's been for the
Great job by Fannin, but he's shaken up a little bit on the play.
But you're going to end up having to see if you run all the way over. So they high-low the corner on him. So that's actually not the right throw, technically.
Amber Maria's home.
It actually is a perfect throw if you throw it behind the safety coming over and Fannin adjusting his body.
Exposing a little bit here, Tony, the patchwork secondary for Pittsburgh.
The Patriots are in the end zone in their game against the Jets. I don't think that will be much of a game, in honesty.
Leading receiver for all rookies in the NFL this year, and he has set the Cleveland rookie.
Fannin will walk off, so that's good news for Cleveland.
A tug on his groin on Friday, Jim, and he was going to still play, but that is a huge deal for Cleveland because he does everything. He plays everywhere. They hand him the ball. They put him at the slot outside.
I don't know. I don't worry about any of those rumors until I see them fully, Sully. There's so much out there about Miami wanting our quarterback, so I don't get into it. There's a lot of good stuff out there, that's for sure.
Harold Fannin Jr., again, another one of these decorated rookies who was born down the road in Canton, went to Bowling Green, gets drafted by...
Waiting on the extra point here in the rain.
In this year where there was...
Time to break the record, yes. That'd be cool.
Tight ends coming out of the draft with Loveland and Tyler Warren at Indianapolis, Mason Tabor with the Jets. He leads them all in catches.
Here's the kick, and it's good. 10-0.
Nothing Cleveland, and they are loving this in Baltimore right now. What a start.
Who let the dogs out? Dun, 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 dun. Miami just scored a touchdown against Tampa Bay. How did they get that? Wide open 50-yard pass play. Holy cow. Hello.
No, better deal, best 5G network. Back to the TV. Does it come?
You're up 111-42. Who's he got? Brissett.
Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to
There's that one and that one. I don't want somebody to that.
Nicola. It's going to be close. Are you done scoring? You're not done scoring yet.
I'm not, no.
You got hurt.
Yeah.
Dude, you'll be okay. Just stay with it.
You didn't start him either.
He didn't start Purdy?
No.
Oh, you're sitting in probably better shape then. The guy who posted the article about Lamar's known liar, and I saw it, yeah, it's a lot of, trying to get the clicks, I think. A lot of people do that stuff.
Wow. A modern approach to wealth management.
Who are the Colts playing? They're playing Jacksonville or Tennessee? No, they're playing Jacksonville.
A lot of people are saying that football is just selling food. Show the guys a new celebration. Put it in the oven? Yeah, put it in the oven. No, Baker, don't put it in the oven.
These are great. I love these commercials.
Don't put it in the oven. No, don't shake off the heat. No, do not close the oven door. That's how the conspiracy theorists work.
Come on. Nobody seriously thinks I'm out here selling.
I love it. I love these commercials for Uber. Put your motorbike away. Okay, do that. Will Garrett set the record? I think Pittsburgh's going to do everything they can to prevent that, but we'll see. Seahawks are driving on Carolina right now. Ryan Rowe, hello, buddy.
Sunday, March 1st. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon, the best 5G network. There's only one best.
How you doing today? AA Me, welcome in.
When football makes you hungry.
Everybody sub it up if you're new and hit that like. We got to get up to 100 likes. It makes a difference. Need 100.
Cleveland, but right now it feels like sunshine for the Browns Nation. This fast start by the 3-12 Cleveland Browns. As we've mentioned a couple of times, they've always given Pittsburgh fits in this stadium. Having won the last 3 years, having gone 1-5-1 over the last 7. Talking about Pittsburgh.
There's your kick.
Only the one win. That's stretch. That's the kick.
Into the end zone. Touchback.
It's a touchback. Well, what we saw early in the game, Jim Schwartz switched.
Can you hit the like twice? No, unfortunately, only once, but once is good. If you have multiple channels, then you can hit the like thing. Hello.
Barbecue sauce on it.
No, ketchup and mayo.
I gotta grab the ketchup, but there's not mayonnaise on it.
Okay.
I know. Your pups up is out there.
Hello, friend.
This is the number 1 pass defense in the NFL, number 2 in total yards. Usually, I think the record will be better. You see the respect.
Aaron, hello, buddy. Welcome in.
It's right here, buddy.
He is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The D coordinator.
We got more for lockers because I was at Waste the other day.
Okay.
When you have an offense that's not producing in the season.
I said something to Eric. That's good. When he came in, there are 3 balloons out there. Okay. Can you just walk out there and take a look and make sure there's a bunch of the pegs just laying out in the grass in the middle on the left? And then the other ones, I told him those 2, set them up by the garage. The garage is full of balloons right now. He's happy. What do you get? What is that?
They give out pop cups.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is.
Sullivan's happy. First down and 10. First and 10. Play action. Look at the throw. Underneath. Caught. Hit right away. Short gain.
Well, this week the Pro Bowl selections were announced. We mentioned T.J. Watt is out again, recovering from that surgery.
T.J. Watt.
And they hope they'll have full practice and be back soon. Jalen made it. Stovonic made it a special teamer. Garrett and Ward on this defense made it.
I can't believe Miles Garrett made it. That's shocking.
Yeah, how does that work?
Just going at the all-time record.
2nd and 6.
Handoff. Look at the throw. Incomplete.
Down and away by Campbell. Tyson Campbell denying the throw to Valdez-Scantling.
3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6.
Big-time coverage. Campbell had to run all the way across the field. Bootleg.
Did you miss anything? No, I don't think so. Other than me and taking a lot of salt. 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6. Empty backfield. Rodgers gets it all. 1st down. Nice throw. We got a flag on the play. Hold on.
And I don't know if he felt it, but Garrett was about to come racing in from behind, but that quick release.
Pass interference.
Offensive pass interference. Take it back the other way. Valdez-Scantling called for the offensive pass interference.
I think they're trying to set a pick, but I don't think he does. Let's see. Does he pick him? No. That is not a pick. That is a bad call. Look at, they're trying to chip Garrett. The ball had to come out really fast. Aaron does a great job getting the ball out.
Romo says it's a bad call.
Well, last Sunday at Detroit, Pittsburgh had 2 OPIs go the other way against Detroit in the last 30 seconds, wiping out touchdowns. Now they have a 1st down taken away on their side.
3rd and 16. Garrett chasing him underneath, hits the tight end. So it'll be 4th and 5.
But once again, Pittsburgh unable to produce a 1st down. That was a two.
Rodgers gets the ball out so quickly.
Oh, this could be a 1st down.
We got a late flag.
I think it's going to bring the offense back on the field, Jim.
Late flag. What is it?
Taunting. I think Jenkins, number 5, might have been saying so. After the play was over.
Taunting. Damn it. It's unbelievable.
That 15-yard penalty will be in place for the end of the run. Automatic.
Automatic 1st down.
This is the 1st foul in the unsportsmanlike category for number 5. If he gets another foul in the same category, he will be disqualified.
That's a dumb move. You had the ball coming to you.
That's what he's pleading. And you got 50,000 people right now saying why that are inside of the stadium.
That's close. I don't know. You're going to call it close for the best. He's like, just look.
That's crazy.
Too much. It's like, well, don't do that at all. Just don't do it, period.
That's the rule. Just don't do it. That's the smart thing. 1st down and 10 out at the 40. Hey, Pringle.
It's a bad mistake anyway. A slice at 1st down for Pittsburgh at the 40.
Garrett's out of the game, so this is run play action.
Pitch. Round the outside. Got a run of about 5. 2nd down.
After pickup of 5. Cameron Thomas is one of those in on the tackle.
That's one of the areas offensive coordinator and coaching staff is you have play calls and you wait for the right moment versus the coverage situation. And the other one is the guy's going to break the sack record. That's when we want to throw.
Yeah, you got to keep your cool in rivalry games.
He's in the game. And Huckins Arthur Smith right there this year, last month.
Now things are really in rhythm right now for this Pittsburgh offense. They got the slow start, first 2 series, but got new life with the taunting penalty. Garrett
Shotgun. Look at the throw. Pressure coming from the outside. Dumps it off. Got his big tight end. Just shy of midfield. Going to be 3rd and 1.
the one who got him down low. Let's go down to Tracy.
Well, Jim, we saw the Browns star tight end get helped off after that touchdown, and it is indeed a groin injury that he re-aggravated. We talked about how he suffered that on Friday in practice. Went into the blue tent, tried to do some running on the sidelines, went back into the blue tent, didn't feel right. They've taken him into the locker.
Cincinnati just scored.
Boy, they really not want to lose him the rest of the way. Garrett comes back in on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Miles Garrett. Here they go.
First down, big run down the sideline. Big run, Hayward.
Great call. We talked about Arthur Smith. How good he's been calling it right there. That is a very, that's a great.
Hey, Benjamin, how you doing, buddy? Connor Hayward for 29 yards on the run.
To the right. And then the seal on the edge. It's a wonderful job by Warren. Really blocking two guys and then a nice cool jump at the end for absolutely no reason.
Diabate.
Oh, he's going to the house. He's going to jump and no reason.
We got a timeout.
I mean, that gives you the opportunity when you're running just look to create explosive plays. They got one right there.
We got a Pittsburgh timeout.
Now the play clock is hit 0.
First, charge timeout. Pittsburgh.
TBE, what's up? How you doing, buddy?
Play clock back in 30 seconds after this from Uber Eats.
Another Uber Eats. I love it.
I mean, think about it. A.J. Brown lines up on the left hash. All of a sudden, people are buying hash browns? Right. No. I mean, I don't care that the Steelers are waving little yellow napkins. Of course not. Of course. I mean, I don't care if Packer fans dress up like blocks of cheese. I don't care that Baker Mayfield's name sounds like a farm-to-table croissant shop. I think football is not some ploy to sell food. When football makes you hungry, order.
These Uber Eats commercials are great.
They back here in Cleveland after a Pittsburgh timeout to save the 5 yards.
Welcome in, James.
Close to going out of bounds, but I saw an inch of green there. There's the sun.
They're in field goal range right now. 1st and 10. A lot of snow in New York. Oh.
Late break. Two of the Suns playing against Steelers now. Here's the 1st and 10.
Handoff, off tackle. Short run inside the 20.
These two backs last week, Tony. Gainwell and Warren. What a performance they put up against the Lions.
I mean, it was the most yards per attempt they've had in forever. And it was just systematic. And the funny part is they had Cook, a young player at left tackle. And I think that's a big reason why these guys had some space out there with this offensive line was doing it. But look at that. Only running back duo to each have 500 plus scrimmage yards. Both these teams have talent at the running back position.
Team scored 3 touchdowns of 45 yards.
Yeah, big plays, right? And they were to the left behind the young guys.
2nd and 7. 2nd and 7.
Runs by Warren, one a touchdown catch by Gainwell. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Hit in the backfield. Gainwell, that's a loss. 3rd and 14 coming up. Nice play right there. Bush on the play.
Aaron's looking to the right. Everyone's covered. Then he ends up coming back.
End of the 1st quarter.
He doesn't want to give up the sack record. Because otherwise you don't throw that.
You think that's in his head, right?
Yeah, I don't
100%. He does not want to be in that picture.
I don't think he's
given all of that very clearly.
He's not going to do the farm. So he's not going to.
He's not going to help them. Not going to do the farm.
Last play of the 1st quarter.
That's a great way to say it. Not going to do the farm.
Cleveland off to a 10-0 lead after 1.
We're having a good time over here today. Hope you are. New England out 14-0 on the Jets already.
This is Diane. Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cash back on every purchase. What's cash back? It's you. Buy what you need, earn a little extra back. You don't walkie-talkies, throw that baseball bat? You betcha. 10 to 15 pumpkins? That works. Absolutely.
How about flowers?
What he meant to say was...
There's no way the Patriots lose to the Jets today. I'm sorry. Only way the Patriots lose that game is if the Patriots sit everybody.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Chef Lena is taking the Tide Booster test.
Oh, yeah, I need it.
Try Tide. It's boosted. The other stuff can't match Tide's boosted clean. Test pass.
Smells like clean?
It's cleaner, whiter, brighter, and fresher. It's got to be Tide.
Boosted.
I'll share it tonight.
Showed up at this exact moment. Proves.
Sorry, guys. I'm working on something real quick here.
Listening.
Send that to my third screen.
Next to your girl on the kiss cam.
And this game has got a lot more interesting.
And if you don't have the right home coverage, you might have to kiss your savings goodbye. Let's go, beat it.
Switch to Allstate and you can save hundreds. What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
I'm looking to shut up. Keep looking for safe. Exactly.
CIA, CBS Monday, February 23rd.
I want to see that CIA show.
On Sundays, right to the AFC Championship on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Back for quarter two. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson here in Cleveland. 47-degree day in light rain. And the first threat of the day put up by the Steelers.
Steve, you ever had a sandwich from the Canopy out there in Howard County?
There's the guy going for the sack record.
Here we go. Look at his throw. Throws it incomplete. Fourth down. He tried to get rid of it real quick. He saw Myles Garrett coming. Daniel Berry, hello.
And they've had Gainwell try and chip him multiple times, and it's done really nothing. And this one's a screen pass. Try and pretend to chip him into a screen. But the reason it's incomplete is because Myles Garrett was right, like you said, he had to throw around him.
Right in the passing lane. Now, Boswell has had such a standout career. He struggled in this stadium.
Boswell kicks it and he buries it. It's good. Jennifer Caruso, welcome in from Duffy's Sports Bar. I hope you're having an enjoyable lunch. Get some points. I can give you my card number so you can get me some points.
A Chewy order is on the way for Junior. Who's more of a senior these days.
Welcome in, welcome in. Badgerbacker saying hello. Hello, Badgerbacker. Good to see you as well. Make sure I said, I don't know if I said hello to you earlier or not.
He gets them delivered.
Field goal is good. We got a close one here.
And the years go by.
Colts are beating the Jaguars 10-0.
There's Chewy.
I'm in heaven right now. Amber brought me this perfectly done pit beef sandwich for lunch. Oh, my Lord. It was unreal.
For the first time today, 10-3 Cleveland here at the start of the second quarter. Week 17, and there are a number of games that
The Bengals are beating the Cardinals right now.
Baltimore's win last night.
Browns getting the ball back. Let's see if they can keep moving it.
Especially by Derrick Henry. I'm not sure there's been a better individual performance this entire season across the league than what we saw last night by Derrick Henry. The 4 touchdowns.
Here we go.
200 yards on the ground.
Boom, there's your kick.
35, 36 carries. It's like we're going down.
Touchback.
Derrick Henry, because Lamar wasn't playing, and now that sets up a possible monster game with Derrick Henry coming off that. You don't want that. Pittsburgh needs to win this today.
So now the new Browns are trying to help out the old Browns by keeping the Ravens' hopes alive. Cleveland can beat the Steelers today. Pittsburgh on Week 18.
Imagine how great that would be to have a Week 18 game with that much importance. Even if my Ravens lost to the Steelers, I would still love it. Oh, Steve, it was phenomenal today. Canopy's got great food.
Look at the conditions.
I rarely get out there because, you know, it's in another county, but she happened to be coming that way and called me and said, hey, you want a sandwich for lunch? I'm like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sanders in that first quarter, 5 of 7, 101 yards and a touchdown. Play action.
Play action, go to throw. Sanders, first down. Out to Judy at midfield. It was a vorgasmic sandwich. It's one of those ones that you just go crazy about.
Jimmy, tell me you guys who showed the AFC playoff picture. How about that? The
Colts are taking it to the Jaguars.
It's 10-0 Indy after this Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, they both went down. That's the only canopy, original canopy left is that one right there.
Well, the Jags are on a roll, but Philip Rivers continues
to outplay all expectations.
He's got to come back next year.
I was going to say, bring him back.
Handoff
Here's the give. And
goes nowhere.
Raheem Sanders.
2nd and 10. Raheem Sanders running, couldn't get anything. Patriots now up 21-0. They're blowing them out.
To keep an eye on linebacker Carson Schlesinger right now on the bike. It looks to be a thigh injury. He has a heating pad on that thigh. He limped off the field. Certainly that would be a huge loss for this Cleveland team. Something to watch.
Oh, wow. Schlesinger is regarded by most people as the big favorite to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. The first pick of the season.
Miami's driving on Tampa Bay. They're 1st and goal on them.
1-year starter at UCLA after a walk.
Shotgun on 2nd and 10. Sanders going to throw. Gets it off again. Caught. Judy. Inside the 40 at the 37. First down.
He does. The ball's wet. He's literally making this work. Watch right here. He's going to stop. He sees these safeties here, but you got to throw it right behind him. You got to get the ball on time. He throws it right there in between the safety and backer with a level 2 ball. He is on fire, actually, right now. This is his best first half that he's had. Already 3 plays, and not 4 there, over 10 yards in the air. First time this season in the first half he's done that.
3 of the passes.
Play action. Look at the throw. Dumps it off to the running back. Queen will make the play right there. Queen was all over that.
You know, back to Shore and their visit with him. You had a great discussion with him, Tony, but he was insistent on talking about how the game of football is simple when your eyes are in the right place. That was really a point of emphasis.
Whoa, how did that happen?
What that means is if you understand coverages and you learn football, you start to know we have concepts. This side of the field is versus cover 3. This side's versus cover 2. This side's versus cover 4. So
Sorry about that.
in the correct spot, your footwork goes right where it should go. The ball goes 1 to 2 to 3. If you start on the left side, you're late to everything.
Sanders looking to throw. Pressure coming. Takes off. Got sacked. Got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and long. Hello, Amon's great. Welcome in.
This is what we just talked about.
Yeah, New England's all over the Jets.
He's going to look to the left. And this is why he actually took the sack. Now watch right here. He's going to look to the left side of the field. But if you end up going to the right, wide open in the flat, and that's just through experiences of learning football, and he has a chance to learn.
3rd and 12. Can they get him field?
3rd and 12. We got whistles down before the play. There's a flag. What's the flag? False start. 3rd and 17 now. 3rd and 17.
And you really pointed that out about the eyes on that last play that resulted in the sack.
It's the sack. It's what happens is you get sacked because you're looking over there and then nothing's open because they swallowed it up with the coverage versus the concept you had on offensive play. But if you know, and the older you get,
3rd down and 17. 3rd and 17.
You know that ball should go to the right. And if his eyes would have started to the right, he would have had an easy completion for 10, 12 yards. So he is correct in understanding that. TJ just understanding football at a higher level.
TJ Watt, 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17. He's going to take off running. They're down to the 33. They're going to be in field goal range.
Able to make the tackle. Picks up 10.
Wants to show he's okay. Go ahead. This is where I've been impressed. I think some people didn't think he was as athletic coming out in the draft, and he's shown the propensity to kind of move the chains with his leg.
Field goal attempt coming here.
You see the crowd upset.
Field goal attempt coming. Oh, they're going for it. Holy heck, they're going for it on 4th and 7.
This is the terrible towel straight in this noise right now.
Again, operating without
Shotgun, look at the throw. Gets it off, incomplete. No flag. That'll be a turnover on downs.
And the gamble does not pay off for Cleveland that time.
Tennessee just scored in their game.
Have you heard the story? It's about a guy.
Appreciate everybody being here today. Make sure you hit that like, help us out. trying to get up over triple digits. It makes a difference. You look at the last 4 games, we went over 100 likes. We got a share out, 400 people watching. You don't get the share out, you're just not getting it. It's just that simple. We need that 100 likes to hit it.
And then I found out breast cancer. During treatment, I asked about Kisqali.
I would have kicked the field goal right there. Got it back up to a 2-score game, but I'm not the coach.
Kisqali with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults.
I am not the coach.
HR positive, HER2 negative, early breast cancer with a high risk of recurrence. Kisqali may cause serious.
Is there any other big games going right now? Bengals, Colts,
life-threatening lung problems.
Seattle. Is that it? 4 games going? That might be it. It's just 4 games going this morning. Will you do the playoffs pick'em bracket challenge? No, I'm doing a Super Bowl pool for anybody that's interested. We are selling. Where's Ron Caruso? How is he not in this yet? We are doing a Super Bowl pool for $25 a block. I will drop the link in the chat. You can get blocks. You got 48 hours to get the blocks paid for. All the information is available on the website. We have already sold. Oops. That's the wrong one. Let me get this back. Come on. Give it back to me. NFL Super Bowl. We have already sold 58 blocks on it.
I know a dog named Petey.
Invite right there. Copy the link. Put it in there. Here it is.
You know what? I think I'm just going to stick with Pete.
We sell this one out. We will start a second one. There's the link. $25 a block. All the information is on there for how to pay it through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. And blocks are going. We're not even a week into it, and we're already well over halfway sold. So if you're interested, now's the time. Do not wait, because you'll be calling me in a month saying, I want to get into your Super Bowl thing, and I'll be saying they're gone.
Ohio. And good news for the Browns defense. Harrison Schlesinger, we saw him on the bike. He's going to be back out here now.
He's so good. I mean, he's like a heat-seeking missile. He is just... He's already turned it. It takes linebackers years usually to develop this, but he's so big, fast, and instinctive. I mean, he's one of the best spies I've seen.
His
handoff, big run out toward midfield. First down, Pittsburgh.
Finally brought down by Thomas.
Yeah, it's just a good job on the interior of the line.
1, 2.
As well. Very impressive by Warren right there, and this is why Pittsburgh last week was able to go into Detroit and win. The ability to run the football,
right,
shorten the game, and then have Aaron Rodgers on 3rd down do what he does.
Going with the big package here, including Spencer Anderson.
This one I thought.
1st down and 10. 1st and 10.
A lot of big people, extra O-linemen in right here.
That's Anderson.
Yep.
1st and 10.
Handoff.
Again.
Warren. Gain of about 3, maybe 4. 2nd and 6.
Tracy.
Jim, you guys were questioning why Aaron Rodgers took that time out right at the end of that first quarter, and he looked confused. Well, it was because Darnell Washington.
Yeah, because Jennifer, he'll be calling me later saying, hey, tell him I sent him a couple of emails. I think he should have gotten emails from me on it.
And he's listed as questionable with a forearm injury.
We have rules. We don't eat a lot of bacon, don't eat ice cream after 1 a.m., and you don't leave Ron out of a Super Bowl. The pool. Shotgun, 5. Garrett Cummins throws. Incomplete. Nice pass play. Just missed him.
Rodgers thought there was an opportunity there, Tom.
There was. The ball was just a little inside. I also thought MVS could have got his eyes around just a little early. Right there, a little early. The ball's already in the air, so by that point, he doesn't have a chance to pick up the ball and change his body direction. Either the eyes come back earlier or Rodgers throws it a little bit wide.
3rd down and 6.
Against a team who runs more man than anyone in the NFL, you're going to have those chances today.
Rodgers with 4 completions. None of them so far to a tight end. To a wide receiver, beg your pardon.
He moves him all the way over because Garrett is over there. They've chipped him on every play.
Pass play coming. Incomplete. They got lucky. The defender didn't even see it coming. 4th and 6. Brownie's getting the ball. Thielen dropped it. They got lucky with that one.
It's all Campbell again. Look at the hand right there. That's not on Thielen. That's just Campbell with great technique and coverage.
Hello, Mr. Thibodeau. Welcome in, sir. Anybody is welcome to get into that Super Bowl pool. It's open. You just got to pay for your blocks. That's all. 4th and 6.
Yes, it is. Bounces at the 18.
Ball is going to be dropped at the 17-yard line, I think is where they're going to mark it.
31-yard punt.
Seattle up over the Panthers 3-0 right now. They have the ball.
We had a Crime Stopper tip come in. Just now? Yep. How you doing this evening, miss? I've been better. You're not sleeping inside. I'm having drugs. Dog's not trained to detect drugs. The dog's trained to detect money. That can't be. Is that real? That's a $20 million win. It'd be so much easier if we just stole this money. What did you say? City Miami. Widespread criminal corruption.
They're the best people you'd ever met is truthfully.
This is my
It's January. New movie, huh?
You are not running this.
Sub it up if you're new. Appreciate you being here today. Surf Bum John, hello, buddy. Welcome in.
What does it mean?
Oh, really good, guys. The rig. Rated R.
Hot Wax, hello, friend. Welcome in.
The new SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants menu is now at Burger King. Let your imagination sense.
I'm in food heaven right now.
The SpongeBob movie now playing.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited.
Phillip Rivers is amazing. Yeah, he's doing pretty good for that age, right? Coming out of nowhere.
It's 0.9%.
Just being a high school coach, coming back on the field. Got to give him credit.
Back in Cleveland, let's go to Tracy for the Verizon sideline report.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. It's been just over 2 weeks since TJ Watt had surgery to repair that partially collapsed lung. You see him down here on the sidelines helping out with the defense. He did return to practice this week. We had a chance to speak with Mike Tomlin, and he told us he had no intentions of playing him today. Tomlin said he will not play until he has a full week of full participation. He said because Watt is coming back from.
All right, here we go.
He needs to be a full participant all week leading up to the game.
I thank you, Tracy. Perhaps that'll come this week. They were 1-10, the Steelers. The first 11 games of his career he missed because of injury. 1-10. But since he's been out, they've won these.
Rivers may be a grandfather. He's got a big family. 1st and 10. They're going to mark it on the 16-yard line to start. Under center for Sanders, handoff. Sampson, gain of about 3, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7.
The quarterbacks in this game, the numbers, only 13 yards passing so far for Aaron Rodgers, again, without his main 2 wide receivers, and the numbers impressive, meanwhile, for Shedeur Sanders. And it could be even better. He's actually started on the wrong side twice, but every other throw has been outstanding. And I know it's tough to throw in these conditions, but he's making
2nd down and 7, under center. Single back set again. Handoff again. Gain of about 3. 3rd down and 4 coming up. 3rd and 4.
And Sampson getting rest 2 carries. These are the big plays right here. If they're able to run the ball, stay in phase. Now it's a 3rd and 4. It's a simple thing. You got to find the coverage, get the ball out to one of your playmakers. Bannon being out definitely hurts because that's the guy who has a lot of the options here. But
3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4.
Don't you think? Well, he's certainly been up to the task so far. I'll ride with your instincts, as I always do.
Shotgun formation, looking to throw. Sanders gets it off, caught, 1st down. Bond on the catch. First down. Gain of 16 all the way out to the 38.
For this franchise.
This is just next level. See the
Doug is fired up watching this. I'm sure he's excited. He's out there going,
welcome to the Dog Pound.
Wide receiver come open, but that was
Barinda's in the kitchen cooking cookies going, roof, roof, roof.
stand in that pocket and take a hit. That was
Doesn't matter. Ravens play them next week. We will lose at Pittsburgh. Our defense can't stop anybody. We got lucky last night. Sidor's will run for a couple yards. I would love to see us play for the championship of the division next week. I do not think we can beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh next week. I'd love to see it be an important game. Let's just say that. That would be cool. That would be a great way to finish week 18. Second down and 7. Under 6 minutes here in the half.
So going without Fannin. Meanwhile, on the other side, we hear Washington.
Shotgun, going to throw. Sanders again, first down. Judy across midfield holds on to it.
Judy with these passes across the middle, and they've had some heat on them. That one for 12 and a first down.
I want you to watch. If the backer goes this way, you don't throw the slant. If he goes this way, you throw the slant. He looks at him, and as soon as he sees Queen take a step to shoot,
yeah,
that is on time, eyes in the right spot.
Our defense is just. If we even if we got lucky enough to beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh and make a playoff game, I think we'd get slaughtered in the first round of the playoffs because of our defense. Sanders gets it off just barely. Intercepted on the tip drill. Pittsburgh has it at the 30.
Highsmith forced the entire turnover as he hit Sanders as he was trying to unleash it.
You're exactly right.
Sullivan, come here.
He's going to throw the front. He just needs to get it off a little bit quicker. Game-changing play by Highsmith.
Can you take this with you on the way? That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, my God. Food heaven. Thank you.
And coming up with his second interception of his rookie year.
Like the changes in the office?
Hit the helmet of Logan Lee. And
Thank you.
Just got
First down and 10, Pittsburgh, right there.
Such a great moment.
The 31.
From the 31, Rodgers to throw. Gets it off.
Just in time.
They're going to lose a couple yards to Hayward. He just got it off.
Pressure was applied by Alex Wright.
Well, they're sliding the line.
Second and 13.
And all of a sudden, here comes Wright on the other side. Good job, Aaron, to get rid of the ball. But you see why it's so difficult to throw the ball against this Cleveland team, number 1 in the National Football League. These guys up front wreak havoc in this wide 9 technique, continuing today.
Yeah, Rodgers again. Not going to give up a sack. Even though he's the most sacked.
Second and 13.
596 times. He's the most. Russell Wilson second. Brady third most.
Handoff right up the middle. Warren. Third down. About 6 maybe. Got 6. So third down and 3. Third down and 3.
You're in field goal range. Don't want to take a sack for multiple reasons. The record and the field.
There's TJ. Someone over the knocking knuckles with Highsmith. 2 guys that line up opposite sides most of the time. And there's Gary switching sides to the near side on this 37.
Third down and 7. Third down and 7.
His presence where he is. Stepping up.
Rodgers going to slide for the first down.
The slide. That is right near the mark.
It'll be just barely short because it's where you start.
They're going to be just short.
We've got a big decision right here.
4th and 1.
It's going to be a 4th and 1. Gave himself up right there. That's where they mark it. Just sort of a little too early.
Well, if it was next week's game, it's what they would have done forwards.
They go back to Spartan here, Tony. This is where they
Steelers are going to call a timeout and talk about it.
under center. Timeout called by Pittsburgh.
That's one of those where I would have waited until I lined up to do it. Let's look at that slide one more.
4th and 1.
And that's correct, though. It's not where you get.
That's a good spot.
It's actually not even where you just first make contact with the ground either.
New England scored another touchdown, 28-3 up there. Pull your starters out, New England.
Giving up on the play.
Exactly right. Right there. I think they're pretty close to the spot.
Well, you've got a 4th and 1 coming up. The offense is out there.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Doug says it's going to be a tush push. I don't think they call that the Pittsburgh poutine up there is what they call it.
No Hayward here, Tony. So they're going to go out of that. We'll get away from the Spartan formation, as they call it.
I would too, though, after you just showed it to them.
Yep. When they got,
all right, they're coming out 5 wide. What? 4th and 1, 5 wide.
He's going to lift his leg, look at the defense. Now you know he's got to snap.
4th and 1.
Gonna throw it. Incomplete. What the heck was that? What was that? Turnover on downs.
Man-to-man, and Campbell has been on fire today.
Oh, my Lord.
On a short yardage spot.
Cleveland takes back over.
Excuse me, Miss Retta, how do I treat yourself? Well, you can mix and match medium.
Wow.
$9.99 each.
Miami is taking it to Tampa Bay right now.
Don't you work here? I do, yes.
16-7 Miami with Brock Yours at quarterback. That was the dumbest play I've ever seen. Who the heck called that on 4th and 1? That's not like Pittsburgh. They're usually a lot smarter than that. I'm shocked at that. The Bengals are cheating. They're winning against the Cardinals.
Tradition unleashes the passion of the dog pound and inspires us to make Tostitos the traditional way, starting with whole corn kernels.
Welcome to the Dog Pound.
Tradition matters. We do it.
The most wonderful time of the year. Wonderful time of the year.
This road, that road. T-Mobile, you're covered either way.
David says, go Browns. Legend of Death says, yes, Cleveland. David says, yay, the refs.
Live CBS January 11th. Nikki Glazer, Golden Gloves host, unreliable liver.
Oh, here's Daniel Craig talking to Stanley Tucci on Great Finds. Daniel's like, isn't aging in Hollywood splendid, fellas? I'm more in demand than ever. Everyone's begging for some Craig in.
The Golden Globes, live CBS Sunday, January 11th, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
All right, Brownies with the ball. Here we go.
This game provided by Nationwide. Interesting call there on 4th and 1.
Blake says, go Steelers.
At DK Metcalf been up today, and that's kind of what you think would be assigned to him.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success going downfield, and there's not a team who would go downfield more out there. This Cleveland team who plays man-to-man, single high outside. You don't got a lot of
under center, single back set. Play action, go to throw.
See how Cleveland operates inside of the last 3 minutes.
Almost a pick six. Whoa. Almost a pick six.
Got a jump on it, saw it coming. Incomplete. Well,
Shedeur Sanders should not be throwing any stick outs to the sidelines. I'm sorry. No.
Very fortunate. That's been the only thing
His ball is not that hard.
The 8 interceptions since he's been playing, and a little bit scared where it's like it's supposed to be a check down, but
Not that hard.
fortunate.
2nd out and 10. Now he's going to throw. Go across the middle. Caught. Short gain. Threaded it in.
And the completion goes for about 4. We're just talking about Metcalf.
3rd down and 6 coming up.
He makes the egregious decision to mix it up with a fan in the stands, so he suspended the 2 games. How much are you seeing so far in this game they're missing him?
They're missing him a lot because this is styles make fights. You got a team who's playing man to man, me and you right here, and no safety's coming over to help.
He's back.
Screwdriver set back out in the garage, or
Do what?
is the screwdriver set back out in the garage? If you guys have it in there.
It's out in the garage, and I'll tell you where I know where it is. It's a little. It's not hard to get to, but it's a little bit. When you go in, we got a timeout. When you open up the garage, it's on the left-hand side. You know where the fountain's sitting? Where we have it in there? It's right there, but you got some balloons in your way, so you have to carefully dance around it. It's on the ground there, right next to the drill that we use.
And of course, Austin out with the string.
We got a timeout here.
Thiel's going to have to show up in MVS.
Well, the other thing about Metcalf is if Cleveland wins this game and it comes down to
3rd down and 6 coming up. Big play here.
you still got to go without DK Metcalf with the season on the line.
Not a great decision.
3rd and 6 here with 2:14 to go.
3rd and 6.
This is huge. You don't get Pittsburgh points without timeouts. You get the 1st down.
Look at the throw.
Sanders.
Caught. Judy. Not going to get it. 4th down.
Porter on as well. It'll be 4th down. Take us to the 2-minute warning. He made the poor decision to cut back. I thought he could have gotten it if he continued.
4th and 2.
Receive the football out of the 2-minute warning, and they get the 3rd quarter kick. Big chance.
2-minute warning.
This jolly old fella goes by the name Chris. His suit of red velvet.
2-minute warning.
But this particular year, without much of a reason, he craved a new look this holiday season. He searched on Google, try it on, he clicked, and could see how it looked on a picture he picked. He bought on sale, shipping next day. Because he asked Google, Santa slayed.
Get a large stuffed crust for $9.49 from Little Caesars. It has delicious breadcrumbs and a cheese stuffed crust that make it, what's the word?
It's crunch-tastic.
You read my mind, Get the lowest pricing stuffed crust for only $9.49. Little Caesars is the real deal. Pizza.
2 minutes.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest. The cold lager.
Cold lager.
Cold packaging. Mountain cold refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Those who know what it means to serve. Who wear the uniform now. Who grew up watching loved ones put it on. Who hung it up years ago.
Big opportunity coming here if they can hold them.
Our people.
You don't want them to score and then get the ball back at the 2nd half.
Proudly serving them.
Make it a double score situation.
Because at USAA, we take care of
Definitely don't want that.
Become a member today.
Big games. Big moments. And big moments deserve big celebrations. Unlock the Big Easy celebratory spirit with Caesars Rewards. From local old flavors to unforgettable experiences.
Everybody ready for New Year's? Coming up quick.
Official casino partner of the NFL.
New Year's coming up quick.
Let's go. Make an entrance. Boston Blue with CBS's new hit show.
Boston Blue with a warrant. Please hold it.
I believe in you. Boston Blue now free. New episodes return February on CBS.
Got the Verizon halftime report coming up with all the crew, Matt, Nate, Coach Cower, JB, the ultimate quarterback in the studio, coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
Here comes the punt.
Orquez into punt for the first time today. he delivers a beauty.
Big kick all the way down to the 12 and out of bounds.
Goes out of bounds. McMillan there to help push him out after a
57-yard punt.
Well, Browns Walter Payton Man of the Year Club winner Grant Delpit hosted his annual Christmas holiday event as part of the Browns month of giving. And on Christmas Day, Grant hosted a toy drive at the Lakeview Terrace Community Center. The event provided gifts, food, and bikes to more than 400 children in the community.
First down and 10.
On Christmas Day, no less, by Grant Delpit. Congratulations on being the Browns.
Ball on the Pittsburg 22.
So, huge moment in this game. 1:51 to go. They have no timeouts.
Pressure coming.
Flip it over.
Rodgers flips it over. Gainwell gets about a yard.
Running play. That was a backwards pass. They tried to get out of bounds, but didn't get there. Picks up only 2.
You ready for New Year's? Good deal.
Schwarzenegger's hurt. You see him right here.
Yeah,
we got back up because they don't want to waste the timeout, but I think it would be worth it. Look at, I would attack him right now.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 underneath. Is it caught or no?
Did he hold on to it? They say it's a catch. They're going to mark him. It looks like about a yard short. Setting up 3rd down.
3rd and 1. 3rd and 1.
I think he has to have the big game today.
First catch by a wideout.
Yep. And we got to snap this ball because it probably wasn't a catch.
Coming after us.
First down to Gainwell.
Picks up the first down.
Out to the 40.
So Gary wants that record on him, and he's able to time it just right. And this was the play before. It looked like he had a hand underneath his head. First down from the 39.
First down from the 39. Underneath again to Gainwell.
Again, there's Schwarzenegger.
Come up and clock it right now. Just get up and clock it.
30 seconds on the clock.
Seconds. He does. Clock it at 26 seconds. We've had Myles Garrett threatening.
2nd and 10 with the 26.
The ball's getting out fast, too. You can see.
And very aware.
He's very aware of that. And I just feel like that's right here. Got him to 12 men.
2nd and 10. And the pass is caught.
Caught. First down, but there's a flag. Freiermuth on the catch. What's the flag?
He's telling the coaches, let me do this. Don't try and sub. I know what I'm doing.
He totally is doing it.
And this is Schlesinger still on the field. They threw it right over the top of him.
What's the flag?
For 21 yards. We've actually seen a couple of times in recent weeks following the Steelers now. There's been some of this communication in key moments where Rodgers has wanted to just take control of it.
He has, and he was right each time. But yet, you know, you're looking down at.
There are 2 fouls in play, both by the defense. Offsides, line up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. Defense had too many men on the field. Off defense, correction. That penalty is also declined. Result for the play.
Result of the play, first down. 18 seconds on the clock.
Well, I want you to watch. I said I'm going to attack him. He's hobbling.
Take him off the field if you're Cleveland.
On the field. I feel like once you have that, it's a perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah, he's still out there, Tony.
They should take him out. I mean, he's a warrior, but
they reset the clock, add 4 seconds to 22 seconds with no timeouts.
Trying to get out of bounds.
From the 28.
And get up and clock it.
From the Cleveland 28.
Look how wide Myles Garrett is.
Coming wide from the outside. Garrett trying to get to him. Can't. Throws incomplete.
Only a Brown defender. Ward was in the area. Again, we got the Verizon halftime report coming up of all the crew on the early action.
Second down and 10.
Now, if you throw the ball inbounds, you got to go down. You're not trying to run around and go score because the clock will run out on you. You got to go down. You throw it inbounds, a slant, step it over the middle. You get down, you come up and clock it, kick field goal.
Second and 10, 17 seconds.
Over here, stepping up into the middle.
That's Scotty Miller.
What's the flag?
Rodgers again, unhappy, frustrated.
Well, because he jumped off sides, he didn't want them to blow the whistle dead.
Thought he had a free play.
Correct. False start.
Ooh. False start. 5 yards. Move Pittsburgh back.
Second down.
And that's why they blew it dead.
I was still looking for 52.
You're not going to find it. It's got to be Frazier right there, the center.
I mean, that's what you do on the road. I don't like that call.
2nd and 15. Still
2nd and 15.
51-yard field goal from here. Across the middle.
I got to get down.
That's Thielen. Now, here comes the only drill.
Yep, now you're clocking it all the time.
Got to get up and clock it.
Plenty of time to get it done.
They're going to kick a field goal here.
1-yard field goal attempt from Boswell.
Boswell on the attempt.
Experience at work right there.
That's the veteran who knew exactly what to do. You don't rush it.
21 years of experience, by the way.
You just get closer for the field goal. Get the ball out of your hand, and then he knew to get down right. Gain well when he caught it.
In the market between the 30 and 31. Boswell already good from 44. We'll call this 40. Coots to snap it back to Cleveland, and a timeout called by Cleveland. Remember,
timeout called by Cleveland.
On the previous field goal make, but they got it through. Wakeman slipped through his hands. Conditions are better now.
I agree. Yep. Tracy had told us earlier it was a mist, and then all of a sudden it'd have a downpour at times, and it was very difficult to handle the football. But right now it looks good. See the wind now?
There is a heavy wind right now in Cleveland.
You know, the trousers of John Hussey. Left to right wind. It was that left to right wind that helped the kick. The 44-yarder come drifting back in and through the uprights earlier in this quarter.
Try it again. Here we go.
Take it to the locker room at 10-6.
Field goal's up, and field goal is good. Nice job there. 10-6. It's halftime. We got 12 minutes till we start it back up.
Pittsburgh without a first half touchdown, only 14 or 18 yards by.
Pittsburgh will get the ball to start the second half, too.
But down only 4. Down only 4.
And Tomlin's asking about the center on the false start. He's saying, hey, you can't move the ball at your head bob, because the head bob is how we snap the ball and tell the other line the snap is about to come. Just can't do it so demonstrative, is what Pete Preston is telling him.
Sanders throws for 164 in that first half.
Sanders had a pretty good first half overall.
But how much is not having your wide receivers out there and Myles Garrett on the other sideline affecting your offense?
It's not really. It's about the quality of our execution. They had the ball first. We went for it and we didn't get it. And that's kind of been the story at half. We're moving the ball. We just got to get 7 as opposed to 3.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
I love Tomlin. He's just so in your face. How much does Myles Garrett and not having your wide receiver affect you? It's not. Just look right at her. It's not. Oh, boy. Much as the Steelers, I respect them and want to beat them because they're our rival. I love the way he treats the press and everything. He reminds me of a WWE promo every time he does it. Oh, it's good stuff.
17 pros on us. No trade-in needed. Plus 4 lines for $25 a line. Where did bourbon get its taste? The story behind the barrels. 60 minutes tonight.
Oh, boy. Halftime, everybody. 10 minutes to go.
Pick any 2 favorites for just $7.99 each. Unbelievable. Order now at PizzaBowlings.com.
The Maryland Lottery Holiday Raffle is here.
It was sent on the email the other day. Please look for that and let me know if you got it.
Only a limited number of tickets will be sold. There are also $10,000, $100,000 prizes.
In fact, there are over 10,000 cash prizes in all. The final $1 million drawing is
The Browns had a pretty good first half. Steelers didn't move the ball defensively. Browns got to do something with their linebacker. They can't have that kid in there who can't run. Pittsburgh's going to eat him up the whole second half. That'll be the ball game if they leave him in there. That's just stupid that he's in there right now. I get that your backup may not be as good, but at least they can run.
All customers get a profit boost every NFL game. Fair.
Pittsburgh. New England now up 35-3. Alex, welcome in. Thank you for being here.
What the real trick? Piece of only stuffed front.
Titans are beating the Saints 13-10 in the Tulip Bowl battle.
If you can't, we can. CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. And welcome back to Studio 43 and the Verizon Halftime Report, the best 5G network in America. There's only one best. TV, along with Coach Nate and Matt. And to the highlights we go. There's the game that you're watching right here.
I know he's an amazing player for Cleveland, no doubt.
Harold Fannin Jr. on this underthrown ball again. Best thing in football right there. 28-yard touchdown, 12-17, 164 yards, one touchdown. The first half for the Browns. And then up in New England, it's all Drake May. Touchdown pass on the day.
Drake May's had an incredible year. Good Lord.
Stevenson going again on this flag route right there to the corner of the end zone. And then he's going to hit Stephon Diggs. 4 touchdown passes on the day. 34-35-3. It's going to be
Maximus Best. Hello. Don't count the Steelers out. Oh, never do. They are prepping themselves for the playoffs. Welcome in, Maximus. How you doing, buddy? Happy New Year.
The Colts up top, 10-0. But Trevor Lawrence going to answer. Look at it. What's he going to do? He's going to take off. Use the athleticism. Very nice. Scramble there for the touchdown. Makes it 10-7. Late in the second quarter, Trevor Lawrence. He's going to climb in the pocket right here and take a shot into the end zone, but it's Jermaine Pratt.
Wow, interception there. Colts and Jacksonville playing a close game. How about that? And the Panthers and the Seahawks, 3-3. No offense to that game at all.
In the NFC right now, the game is started at 3 at halftime.
Reminder, Pittsburgh will start the second half with the ball.
First quarter, Baker Mayfield, who's looking for his trusted wide receiver, that's Chris Godwin Jr. Yeah, big time 5-yard touchdown. They go up 7-0 at that point. Still in the first. Quentin Ewers, he's going to hit Theo Lees Jr., who takes his 63 yards. Theo Lees Jr. takes his 63 yards for the touchdown.
Oh, you're welcome, Maximus. Everybody make sure, double check, make sure YouTube has you subscribed to the channel. We got a ton of football to go. We're still doing another game tonight, 8 o'clock. Monday Night Football tomorrow, football next weekend, all the playoffs and the Super Bowl right here.
Losing to Miami. If they lose today, Carolina wins. Carolina clinches the NFC South.
Tampa Bay could be out of the playoffs today. Wow.
Beating up on the Jets. So that means if the Bills lose to the Eagles later today, New England will win the AFC East, and everything else is pretty stopped.
All right. Thanks, Nate. Let's take a look at the Pittsburgh offense. Bit of mixed bag right here. We're going to get the screen going. No, we're not. Little drop right there. They had action on that. Back shoulder to Adam Thielen. Just a little bit off. Can't come up with that catch. But finishing the half, Rodgers going to drop back and fire this down the middle. Beautiful throw and catch. Pat Fryermuth sets up the late field goal there. They're starting to find their rhythm a little bit. It was slow to start. The defense really keeping them in this game.
Under 6 minutes. Under 6.
And throwing on Washington's going to be not in this game. New DK Metcalf. I think you see them get back to the running game. I think they've kind of abandoned it a little bit here. Getting Garner and somehow getting Gainwell into this game because he had enough touches. He's been the only playmaker they have outside the ball. And I'll say Alex Highsmith has been a big part these last 2 weeks. Big pressure right there that led to the Sawyer interception. He's played well these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of collapsing the pocket, moving Shador off of his pivot. Shador, these learning lessons he's going to have to continue to.
Shador's still learning, though. Still young.
Out late flat routes,
in the NFL. You can't come back to it late because these linebackers, these DB safeties, and cornerbacks, they're just way too fast, JB. At that point, throw the ball out of bounds, save yourself a risky throw.
Yeah, he was fortunate one of those didn't go back to the house.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Myles Garrett. What's he done today? Obviously chasing 1 sack away from the all-time record. Pretty quiet first half. And 1 total tackle.
I don't think Garrett's going to get it today now after watching this, because if you watch Pittsburgh, almost every time that he's gone back to throw, Pittsburgh's had a running back as an outlet there that he could just dump it to really quick so that he doesn't have to worry about a sack.
We've seen him actually take off and run a little bit in the course of this game.
And for Rodgers' standpoint, I wouldn't want to be the statistic of who got sacked for the record. You know, that'll go down all the time. People will be talking about, oh, he got Rodgers.
Here in the second half, we've seen some fumbles, we've seen some interceptions, those kind of things. Got to take care of the football, take advantage of points when you can get them.
And Shador, keep taking those shots down the field. Keep exposing the middle of the field with Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
Surprise with Jacksonville and Seattle in the first half. We'll see what happens in the second half as the Verizon halftime report continues.
4 minutes to go. 4 minutes.
Sports presents the Verizon halftime report. Verizon, the best 5G network in America. There's only one best.
The calendar has flipped to December, and the story of this season is still being written. The Ravens
Hay is in the barn. I'm hoping to yell that today.
and tickets to watch them battle at the bank are now available. Watch as they fight for Baltimore and Maryland, for the flock forever. Ravens forevermore. NFLshop.com.
Bears and 49ers tonight. That should be fun. Bengals are winning at half, big time. Bengals, Dolphins, and Patriots all winning pretty big at halftime.
Your protector. Team journey begins on Marshall's CBS Watch First.
Some new series coming on TV. That's good.
CBS Monday, February 23rd.
A lot of new stuff coming. Olympics are coming.
The New York Rangers taking the Florida Panthers. To discover NHL Winter Classic, check your local listings. CBS Sports presents the Verizon halftime report. Verizon, the best 5G network in America. There's only one best.
Let's go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
We're on the way on CBS. Here we go. Darnold. Straight on the air. This pass to Bennett. He caught it, but he wasn't untouched. What a play!
Wow. Been some nice plays around the NFL today.
Welcome to Survivor 50, the greatest adventure on television. We chose you, and all we want is everything. Never done a season like this. Now I see Zach Brown on Survivor. It's a Billie Eilish boomerang item. Jimmy Fallon may decide my fate was it. I brought a briefcase.
Survivor 50 is coming. Light your torch, CBS February 25th.
February.
Live, Nashville.
Survivor coming back.
Wednesday, ABC 5 Pacific.
It's long.
The COVID-19, we're not waiting. If it's COVID,
PITvsCLE.
PITvsCLE is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
Our symptoms are mild now, but we're not risking it.
PITvsCLE must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms and helps stop the virus from multiplying in your body. Taking Paxlovid with certain medicine can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. Tell your doctor about all medicines, vitamins, and herbal supplements you take, as certain tests or dosage changes of your other medicines may be needed. Tell them if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, are or plan to be pregnant, or breastfeed. Don't take Paxlovid if allergic to its ingredients. Stop taking and call your doctor right away if you have allergic reaction symptoms. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe like anaphylaxis, and liver problems. These are not all the possible side effects, so talk to your doctor.
If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
This is a dumb commercial. I'm sorry.
Go a little tailgate? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I like to go all out. Check it. We got the big screen, live DJ, even got a hot tub guy. Oh, yeah.
I'm in the hot tub. You got to have a hot tub guy or hot tub girl at your football event.
Come on, don't leave. Hey, hot tub guy, come on, man.
Best tailgate ever.
Sorry, dude.
All right, we are under a minute, so we should be coming back any moment now with the broadcasters. Here we go.
Don't want to miss a game? Just tell Siri. Show me the football schedule.
If you're a Cleveland fan, you'd love to see a big turnover here early. Botched punt or a fumble, something like that. Try to turn these tables for the second half. If you're a Pittsburgh fan, you want to just take it and do a long drive.
The third quarter, each team with a big defensive stop on 4th down again. Steelers with a win. Take the AFC North today. Otherwise, it goes to next week against Baltimore. What must Pittsburgh do to come back and win this game today?
It starts on this first drive. They've got to come out and impose their will a little bit. They're running the ball pretty good. I would stick with that a little bit, but they got to create one of those shot plays, like one of the ones down the field. They're playing man-to-man coverage. They got a guy in front of them, no safety help. Somebody's got to step up with DK Metcalf and Austin out. Otherwise, they're going to lose this football game.
Boom, there's your kickoff. Taking it at the 5. Pittsburgh bringing it down. 10, 15, 20. Falls down. Warren stumbles and falls himself. And they're going to mark it at the 23 probably.
Tracy earlier, he brought up with Kevin Stefanski.
Besides that one interception by Shador, how would you assess that first half by him?
He's doing a really good job. I love how he's moving the pocket. He's finding throws down the field, particularly to Jerry. I thought it was a really good first half. We got unlucky there on that interception tip ball, but we just got to possess that ball and find ways to get in the end zone.
In terms of Myles Garrett, you can see the impact because Aaron is trying to avoid him at all costs. What more do you need to see defensively?
You know, we just got to do our job. It's a really good outfit over there. They know what they're doing. We got to do a great
single back set under center starting. They're going to mark him at the 25. Pitch.
Little toss. And it's to Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith gets about 7. 2nd and 3 coming up.
It's exactly what we talked about coming back after the break. It's just got to run the football. We've had some success with that. That is one area you can get Cleveland out on the edge, quick hitters up the middle, and then are they going to be able to create that one shot play down the sideline? I do think it is MVS. Arthur Smith, he understands that.
Comes up with a little play with Smith on the first snap of the quarter. Schlesinger, by the way, hobbling at the end of the first half. He's still out there, right in the middle.
Handoff right up the middle. Warren, first down.
The tackle, we get to the 40 and a first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Game continues from last week, Jim.
They ran right out of here, Tony.
He is a heat-seeking missile, and right now, he cannot move remotely close to what he's been on tape consistently. I was so impressed putting it on, and right now I would continue to attack him.
That was McCormick who threw a great block on him.
He's going to be
first down and 10. Why is he in there again? That is a dumb area by Cleveland.
Right now he's playing
dumb.
Impressive, right? With nothing on the line for them technically.
Can't take him off the field.
Play action. Look at the throw. Oh, he's in trouble. Sack. The ball goes right to a tight end. Went to Smith. 2nd and 13.
So
is actually like a sack that's a fumble almost, because I don't think he was throwing it. He just gets hit, and the ball goes forward. That would have been interesting if that would have been Garrett. See how they would have called that. But fortunate that this ball was right into the hands of your teammate.
2nd and 13.
Put it down as a pass play. Now that does go down as a sack. Okay, here's the toss and the ball on the ground. Ball is on the ground. It was caught for a moment.
And who grabbed it back? MVS wisely.
Scanlon grabbed it back, man. Cleveland's having all kind of chances for turnovers here. 3rd down and 6 coming up.
And then he goes, wait, give it. Wow. Oh, that's so close.
Pulls it back in at the last second.
You can see how that football has been very slippery today.
So we got a 3rd and 6. And again, the previous play, they did officially cover the sack for Delta.
That's why I said it would be interesting if that would have been Garrett.
2 for 8 on 3rd down.
Pressure coming.
Rodgers moves over, throws.
Incomplete.
Thielen looking for that flag.
No flag.
Number of appeals. Not going to get it. Hickman on the coverage.
4th and 6. Cleveland getting the ball.
Just needed to come back a little bit more, but this is Garrett on the outside. Watch him turn the corner. And Rodgers wisely steps up. But that is a great job. By the way, this is a young player. Dylan Cook, not that many starts going against him. And he's actually done all right.
And Dylan,
Here comes the punt.
again, just a few weeks ago, with all those injuries at left tackle, he's done a fine job. As Waitman sends it down the way. 1 first down picked up on that opening series of the 3rd quarter.
Fair catch called at the 13-yard line. Started right there.
43-yard punt. Sanders and the Browns.
Sanders, after the commercial, going to take the Brownies up.
When we come back.
Let's go do some of our things that we need to do.
Hello, everyone. It's Chris with Park Hopper Choppers. If you're headed down to Central Florida and you need a mobility scooter, give us a call, 407-989-9618. We can bring it right to your resort, right to the park, or right to your Airbnb, no problem. We were voted best mobility scooter rental in Central Florida by my mom. Give us a call.
Whether it's luxury or fun in the sun, Dave's got the tips to make your cruise number 1. Tune in, sit back, let's plan your stay on Cantrell Country's Travelway. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island south to ocean blue, we got your cruising covered through and through.
Hi, I'm Zippity Doodog.
Hey, and I'm Scallywag Steve.
And you're watching the Pete McDevitt Show. That's right. This is the Headbangers, the most underrated tag team in the world today. Thrasher and Mosh. You already said who we were. I know, but it doesn't matter who we are. That's right. You're watching the Pete McDevitt Show, which is all that matters.
All right, coming back in here.
David a burger? AJ Brown is a football star, but he also has Geico like a regular person. So we had one translate. To achieve excellence.
See if Cleveland can do anything with this possession.
Boom. He saw one of those Geico ads online, seized it. He switched to Geico, because Geico is like me, always open. He means they're 24/7 claim support. Always open. No one can cover. Exactly.
Wow, Cleveland just had a big pass play down the sideline to Higgins.
It feels good to get the star treatment. It feels good to Geico. This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL.
Dun, 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 dun.
Any other use of this broadcast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited. New Year's Eve, spend the night with CBS. Join host Bert Kreischer and Artie as they celebrate with today's top country artists. New Year's Eve live in Nashville's.
All right, here we go. 1st down and 10.
From Music City. 1st and 10. This lead of 10-6. All 10 coming in the first quarter.
Sanders calling for the ball. Handoff. Sanders running, the running back. Gain about 5. 2nd down.
Just an update on rookie tight end Harold Fenneman Jr. He is officially out with that groin injury. He re-injured in the first half. And one update on Carson Schweitzer. You mentioned he's been struggling all game long with that right thigh injury. Came out of the locker room, tested it out, turned to the trainers, and just said, it's good enough. He's going to play through it despite struggling with it right now.
Under center, single back set. They're going to give him 6. 2nd and 4. Handoff again. Solid run by Sanders. Out past the 30 to the 32. We got a flag down, though.
Sanders to get to the 31.
Well, Testament's going to be on 68. Robinson going against Highsmith.
Holding defense, Cleveland. It's Kyle. Welcome in.
Wipes out a 12-yard run.
Well, this is Highsmith has been
Going to be 2nd down and 14 now.
Just take a look. And right here, he's going to try and shed the block and reach under. And he's created 5 pressures, including the interception.
It's definitely a hold. I can't take that off. Definitely a hold.
As impactful as anyone today, Jim. The last 2 weeks, impressive by Highsmith.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Cam Robinson's been pretty good. I mean, they got him in the trade. He did a good job this year.
Cleveland going to spread it out 5 wide on 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14, back near the 9.
Sanders in trouble and throws it away. We got a late flag. They're going to call Hayward with roughing the passer.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 97.
15-yard penalty. Let's see what happened here. Oh, he landed on him with his weight. They're going to call that every time.
He does an outstanding job pressure. He's been playing great, but right here, tries to kind of let up. They're supposed to.
Yeah, takes the handoff to try to make sure he doesn't get flagged for seeing him right here. The swim move. That's Gene's territory. What do you think?
1st down and 10. They're going to move it out to the 24-yard line.
One of those really close calls, but you got to try and let up a little.
Play action, looking to throw. Sanders gets it out to his running back. Going to get to Sampson for a gain of about 2. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That technical issue, but I think they're always going to protect the quarterback, and Shador trying to get that ball out. Just need to get through his progressions faster.
What did you think?
Just barely. I feel like he had a guy open on the outsides, hung on the receiver too long, but to get rid of the ball, good. However, they're going to call that, especially with a guy of that size. But you did see from the other angle, he tried to move his arms off. But to me, it's a bang-bang play. You're going to get that call more often than not.
Handoff straight up the middle again.
Leave up the middle. Samson, you got another 3rd down on the way.
3rd down and 6 coming up. 3rd and 6.
What do you think Cleveland needs to do? We're talking about what Pittsburgh needs to do this half. How about for Cleveland to pull off the upset?
I think it's going to be right here. Shador, on these 3rd down and mediums. 3rd and long, it's tough. But on these right here, you have the opportunity. Right now, he's at 50% today. And that's really been a little bit of the difference. Whereas Rodgers is
3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6. Big opportunity here. 1st down out past the 35.
3 for 6 for Cleveland.
Shador changing the play at the line. Changing the play at the line.
Here we go.
Gets it off. Pressure coming. Gets off the throw. Caught. 1st down out at the 35.
That's Canelo with the catch.
Canelo with the catch. 1st down, Brownies.
First catch of the season, and Shador was able to get it away with clean, coming right in on him.
So there's a mini party here with your channel on. Kale, tell them all, help me out. Give me a sub. Good to see you, buddy.
In your face, you got to make a decision. And right there, he's like, oh, Queen's coming at me. Who do I go to? He knew where to go with the ball if someone was coming through.
Nice throw by Sanders there.
Williams, the running back. An impressive 4 out of 7 now on 3rd down.
Shador changing the play at the line again. Looks over the defense. Check down to a run here, I think. Yep, handoff. Gain of about 2. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
What are the Ravens thinking watching this one right now? Again, their season
Hayes, it's on the line. Sold of this one right here. It's actually real. The season is on the line for real. They got to be at least, the nervous energy when you're watching it. But if you said if you're a Baltimore Raven fan or player, you're up 10-6. Cleveland's up 10-6, and they got the ball. You'd be excited, right?
Yep. Great job last night again by John Harbaugh.
Yes.
Snoop Huntley and Derrick Henry.
Shotgun. Look at the throw. Sanders. We got whistles all over the place. It's going to be a false start.
Looks like on Robinson.
Yeah, they brought it last night. False start. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. First down.
False start again.
Do you want to know why this false start happens? Because Highsmith's right there, and he's already generated at least 5 pressures, disrupted this game over and over again. So you want to get your kick step and get out of there really fast.
Second down and 14. Second and 14.
On Robinson this series. 2 of the 4 flags on Cleveland today. Halfway through the third quarter. And you got second.
Look at the throw. Pressure coming. Sanders running for his life. Can't get it off. Tackled at the 30. It's going to be third down and 15.
Well, we've been calling his name. He's been so disruptive. He reads it, comes down the line, and then turns on the Jets.
They've got some speed. He chases down the quarterback.
I just want you to watch. This is very difficult for young quarterbacks. You got a guy down here guarding someone, right? Nope. He's going to go back and play cover 2, and it makes the eyes start in the wrong spot. Confusing young quarterbacks all the time, this system, and it gets to the door there. Be smart on this one. If you're
third and 15.
Too aggressive. If it gets there, throw it under the sticks.
3rd and 15.
Shuttle pass to the running back. Nope, they're just going to punt it away.
And the Brown series comes to an end.
This is Highsmith. It's a screen to the left. Watch Highsmith here. He was going to intercept the ball. The play call is a screen. And wisely, Shador, you can't throw the ball down the field, but you can lateral it behind you. Highsmith again. I mean, this is crazy how many plays he's affected.
Trying to carry the Steelers into the playoffs with a division title with a win today.
Waiting on the snap for the punt.
One punt in the first half, 57 yards.
There it is.
This one bouncing around near the 30 and travel.
Going to get out of bounds somewhere above the 20.
Nothing easy today.
22-yard line.
A 10-6 game it is.
Pittsburgh coming back out. 6 minutes remaining in the third. Saints and the Titans are actually having a good game. Packers helped your Bears last night. Bears have had a good year. We're doing that game tonight. Doing the Bears game tonight. We're going to bear down.
It will be tested. And it will be tested by the people it inspires. The Home Depot, official FIFA World Cup 2026 supporter.
At Burger King, you write the rules of value. You roll number 10, I mix and match my way. Do 7 tasty items, and I can get 2 for $5 or 3 for $7.
Dun, 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 dun. I got to look and see.
$7 trio from Burger King Classics to Fan Favorites. Choose your deal.
Let me see. When my chair gets here. Nope, that's not the one I want. There we go.
He's just been really distant lately. Maybe he's scared of commitment. Or getting hurt.
Deeper, nope.
What do you think? Yeah.
Okay, that's not good.
Bridgewater, you're in.
Teddy Bridgewater, back up. Listen.
Here's all my favorite backups in real life.
So we could.
Cannot find.
You think he's scared of commitment? Exactly.
Not a mechanic. It's not your job to fix it.
Okay, can't find it there.
Between two and Arizona State at this year's Tony the Tiger's Fun Bowl on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Where is this thing?
Where does bourbon get its taste? From the wood, the
nope.
story behind the barrels. 60 Minutes tonight.
Go over to this one.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot.
What?
How tourists get
Okay.
Progressive. Coverage you can count on. Progressive.com. And by Burger King. At BK, have it your way.
All right, 6 minutes left.
Downtown Cleveland, 2-hour drive from downtown Pittsburgh. The Steelers bus back and forth for this game. And the last time Pittsburgh
Doesn't tell you where it is, though.
Cleveland without a quarterback named Ben Roethlisberger
On the way.
2003 with Tommy Maddox. What number was Tommy Maddox? Was it close to 8? It was number 8. It's right there, right on. I just threw that.
Hagerstown, Maryland.
And you actually knew it. That's even better. First down. Here's one.
First down, short run.
What's going on up in Indianapolis between the Jags and the Colts? Here's Adam Shine.
Jim, Tony, the Jaguars take the lead for the first time today. Trevor Lawrence his second rushing touchdown of the game. Lawrence, 12 total touchdowns last 3 weeks. Back in.
Yeah, he is on some kind of roll.
Second down and 7. Second and 7.
And a hard-fought game right now, though, against the Colts. Like this one here in Cleveland. It's so
empty backfield.
Second and 7. Garrett at the top, really wide.
Underneath, caught. Valdez-Scantling, first down, out past the 30.
Who's the guy that has to make the difference in this second half? Well, they threw a flag out, Tony, at the end of this.
Late flag.
After the catch, after the tackle. Yeah, you think MVS is pivotal. I think he has to be the guy. Of all the guys, I think Thielen will make a catch. I think a few other guys. But I think at the end of the day, MVS is going to have to create a few plays in the second half and make the difference if Pittsburgh, is going to win this game.
There's no foul on the play as he grabbed the shoulder.
Yeah, they were throwing it for a face mask. You go talk to each other. No, he didn't do it. All right, sounds good. Now, looking at that Jacksonville highlight a moment ago, you talked about how open it is. Right now, there are 8 teams between the two conferences that are...
Must be at Costco.
That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Who's in, who's out?
Ravens are out if the Steelers win, yes.
But one of the few is the AFC North.
First down and 10. First down and 10.
Will the Ravens stay alive, leaning on a strong performance and a win by Cleveland to stay in it?
Play action. Garrett. Oh, almost got him.
Was coming in and Smith catches it for 2 yards. That was close.
2 yards on the play.
He said Rodgers didn't fall. Rodgers said, no, sir. Not on my watch. No, I'm not falling. I'm going to be in that picture. I got it. No, you don't. I bet he smiles back at him after this. There it is. How did you know? Yeah, I've done that before a few times. He is 2. Not today.
Second down and 7.
We'll see him smiling at the end. Second and 7.
Caught. First down. Jonnu Smith at the 47.
Here you talk about what the postseason means for Aaron Rodgers. Got the first at age 42 to take this franchise to the postseason. It would mean everything. That's why you continue to play. I mean, after the last 2 years, you want to show people, do you forget who I am? Yeah. He told us, too, yesterday. Just wanted to recapture the enjoyment and love of the game. Loves his teammates. And he said he has. First and 10.
First and 10 on the end around. Jonnu Smith.
Others waiting for him after a couple.
Gain of about 2.
Normally a good play, but
don't forget to check out our streamer friends that are in here. Spaceship Ears streams on Tuesday nights. Zippity Doo Doug streams every day during the week except for Sunday in the morning at 9 a.m. Jennifer Caruso streams from the parks on Tuesday nights. Does a great job.
The record doesn't show it, but they are really.
Check all those streamer friends out.
They've only allowed
second down and 8.
As you see on the left of your screen, Garrett, 2nd and 8.
Barry's able to talk, though. He could get you a good play.
Handoff, running back.
And it's Gainwell.
Gainwell goes to couple. 3rd down and 5 coming up. 3rd and 5.
We're getting late into the 3rd quarter. No scoring in the 2nd half thus far.
Yeah. Cleveland, the D-line has done a good job of adjusting. This is a attack-style defense. They go at the quarterback, hit the running back on the way, but they've adjusted a little bit. Read the blocks, come off. Now they're going to be attacking, though, I promise you.
This is a situation, 3rd and 5, where in recent weeks, they're going to foul Darnell Washington in many of these situations. But again, he's out for the game.
That's their top 3 targets.
3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Got to get first at the 47 of Cleveland.
Pressure coming from the inside. Gets it off. Caught. 1st down. That was nobody on that guy.
8 yards. Well, that pass by.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
They tried to trick him right here. You see, Swiss injured's going to pretend to go back, and then he blitzes, and Rodgers catches it. It's like pretend to drop out and then blitz. And that's just a veteran quarterback recognizing that at the last second. Big-time play by Scotty Miller, who's made a couple of big catches. We saw it last week.
Miller showing a little appreciation for his quarterback as they convert. 1st and 10.
Handoff, 1st and 10. Gainwell about 3. They're going to mark it at 4. 2nd and 6.
And they keep it to about a 3-yard rush.
I am impressed. Kevin Stefanski, Jim Schwartz, they're 3 and 12. But when you turn the tape on, Jim, they play so hard. It's not like a team who's given up, they're ready to go on vacation. It's as if they're competing for the division title. I give that credit to the top of the organization, the coaches.
Thank you, Debbie.
It's impressive. That's rare.
That 3rd down conversion, by the way, to Scotty Miller was the first.
2nd and 6. 2nd and 6.
3rd and 1. Yeah. 3 for 10. No Garrett on the field. 2nd and 6.
Handoff. 1st down and more. Warren. They had him in the backfield. They lost him. 1st down to the Cleveland 27.
That goes for 13 and a first.
It's a good job by the interior, the offensive line, the combo block. Frazier, McCormick, just giving enough room so Warren can do the rest. They got to lean on this running game. You can see how hard it is to pass.
We're running out of time here.
End of the 3rd quarter.
Steelers currently on a 6-minute drop. So much at stake in the 4th quarter. Will the sack record come down in this quarter? Will Aaron and the Steelers win the debate?
It's going on. It's come down to 1 quarter.
Two lemonades, please. Here, on me.
Larry. I'd go with the Ad Cash credit card from Wells Fargo here. With this baby, they score like a 2%er.
Good choice. Tap.
Tap. Score unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases.
50s is chilly for Florida. Chilly for Florida.
Home of UFC Paramount Plus. Blazers back, hosting the Golden Globes. Live CBS Sunday Chick.
Have another one of those things, Paul.
Engines back.
Oh, I'll be glad when that thing comes. 4th quarter coming up.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own. The great offer of fun to drive new Hondas. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda.
4th quarter.
How was the premiere? Great, but Dad really is a wizard.
Glad you guys are here with us today. Thank you, moderators, members. It's been a slow stream because we got to get up to that 100 like mark. I hope we can do it tonight. It's a big difference for some odd reason. I don't get it with football, but it makes a massive difference.
Magic of our best price on Gig Wi-Fi for 5 years. Just $50 a month. Xfinity. Imagine that.
You like this commercial? What, the one on Wicked?
Welcome. While you're shopping for the perfect gift, you'll find Ford Explorer and the new Explorer trimmer. Expedition with the Ford split gate. And they're all available with Ford Blue Cruise technology. That's hands-free highway driving. Remember, the best gift is the one you give yourself.
Now during final days, get Explorer with 0% financing and 0 payments for 90 days, or lease for $289 per month at your local Ford dealer.
If you can't, we can.
Michael and Sons. Let's go.
Great to have you back here.
Got to pet the horse. That's pretty cool.
1999, the first game in this stadium. Bill Cowher, Steelers against the Born-Again Browns. And the Steelers, again, had the football for a long time, methodically moving down the field, trying.
15 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
Touchdown. They can put it all together.
First down and 10 for Pittsburgh.
Hand off to Warren.
Hand off to Warren. Gets nothing. Second down and 10. Happy Honda's one. Gotcha.
You said to me at halftime, if the Browns can score twice in the second half, they'll win the game. And you weren't talking just touchdowns, Tony. You thought this was going to be, again, one of these games where it's going to be low scoring and tight, and every little moment on the board can make a difference. And that's looking prophetic.
I completely agree. Each possession matters so much right now. And
second down and 10.
this is the game.
Look at his throw.
To go to the playoffs.
Hit the backfield on a wide out screen. They lost yards. Third down coming up and probably about 15 or 16. Third down and 14 coming up. Today's game, well, they haven't had a lot of stoppages. Been a lot of running, a lot of completions. Clock's been going pretty good the whole time.
Rodgers can only shake his head on that play and went for the loss.
Third and 13. Brownies want to try to hold him to a field goal attempt. Love to get him for a hit in the backfield.
Back goes Rodgers. In trouble.
Sacked. Who is it? It's a sack, but it's not Garrett. It's Wright. Wright got him. Now they're all the way back to the 36. It's a longer field goal.
Which is why you move Garrett inside. And then you allocate all the guys, 3 guys basically to him. And that's why Wright gets the one-on-one opportunity and finishes it off.
This field goal opportunity here. 54-yard attempt. It looks like it's going to be wide right. Wide right. Wide right. And the Brownies will take over.
That's for sure. All that time and no points. Browns continue to lead.
That sack made a difference.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture.
Cleveland Brownies will take over. Gonna hit him hard. Looking to run.
And now I'm back in the picture. Skyrizi is the only IL-23 inhibitor proven to help achieve remission.
I just want a big game next week.
Just 4 weeks for some people.
Again, I want to state it up front. I think right now, looking at the Steelers overall, especially if they get TJ Watt back, their defense is better than the Ravens. I think it'll be tough to beat them in Pittsburgh. I really do. But I'd love to have it where a Week 18 game means something. How great would that be? That would just make the last game of the season phenomenal. Love to have that on a Week 18.
Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
If there's a big 4 o'clock game, I might have to talk to the Triple C ladies, see if we can move the Triple C next Sunday to 8 o'clock, and I could do a 4 o'clock game if it means something. I'm not just going to do a 4 o'clock game for no reason if it's nothing matters, because that wouldn't be right. But if it is a big game that means something,
Tuesdays.
Carolina, Tampa Bay playing for the division, something like that. I respect that, Jennifer, 100%. If it matters at all, Jennifer, I'd be saying the same thing if this was two other teams. You know, like right now, I think Tampa Bay and Carolina both need to win. Or no, Carolina needs to lose and Tampa Bay win, and Tampa and Carolina next week would be playing for the division.
On YouTube TV for a new lower price. Now only $60 for new.
Don't say poor Ron, Debbie. Poor Ron has got a ton of wings in front of him right now. Probably got a cold beverage. He's feeling fine. He'll be fine with all his little buffalo wing sauce all over his face and hands right now. He'll be okay. Bengals are winning big. Somebody let Cakes know that the Bengals are winning. He wanted to know when they won a game. There it is. First down and 10, Cleveland. Handoff. Flags going everywhere. That's a false start.
How about this series coming up after you've been on the sideline for a while?
Offense number 75.
First down and 15 now to start.
That's the veteran, Antonio.
Stop moving on the line.
To your point, is this it right here. With the way the defense is playing, and with the injuries on the offensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh,
I need to get that I need to cut that scene in Tommy Boy. Tommy like wingy.
aggressive in my play calling. First and
There's Ron's face.
Rocket Sanders to the outside. Work inside.
Throws across the middle, caught. Sanders still up, trying for it. Falls forward. Got a couple extra yards. Mandy, let Cakes know that with that win that they're getting today, they will be allowed to play in week 18. That's going to be big for them. Let them know. I know Cakes will be worried about it. Can you imagine if the Bengals would have had Burrow healthy all year, how different of the division this would be? Bengals would be right there at the end fighting for it if they'd have had a healthy Burrow all year. Play action, look at the throw. Sanders in trouble, throws it away, and threw an interception. Threw it away. That was a dumb throw.
That's his one decision he's made in his young career. He's young, but you can't just throw it up for grabs, giving Pittsburgh new life.
Wow. Not good right there.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get
That was a rookie quarterback move right there.
and get access to over 1,000
Going off his back foot. This ain't college. You can't just do that.
possibilities with Capital One. What's
The NFL, you're going to get picked.
Training day starts with associates. First weight, squat, press, arms. Then it's straight to condition. How I show up here is how I show up on game days.
All right, we'll see how they do here.
Then I study my play. Gotta stay sharp on both sides of the ball. Play pose for the cameras. And it's to the leg where I keep my mental game strong. Gotta keep my energy right. Got myself.
Let's go back to the game. The games like this, I don't even want commercials. Let's just keep going.
It has delicious breadcrumbs on a cheese stuffed crust that make it, what's the word? It's crunch-tastic. You read my mind, Kittle. Get the lowest price in stuffed crust for only $9.49. Little Caesars is the real deal. It's a pizza.
Dolphins up 20-10. Buccaneers struggling to pull that game out.
Live in Music City. Join hosts Hardy and Bert Kreischer, along with Jason Aldean, Lainey Wilson, Bailey Zimmerman, and more.
Country's biggest names, one massive night.
Laney Wilson.
The countdown is on.
I think Preston's going to a concert this year with Laney Wilson.
5 Pacific and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Ball on the 34. Cleveland defense got to pick up their offense this time. Let's get a sack by Garrett on this one. That would be great. Get the record.
Back off the takeaway. 26th of the season, produced by this Pittsburgh defense.
Pressure coming. Handoff, Gainwell. First down, cross midfield.
After a play of about 13.
15-yard run.
But the interception here, just you can't go right, throw back, throw a high ball. And Dion knows, he's like, son, you got to live to fight another day.
The agony of a parent, especially when that parent is one of the greats of the game, a Hall of Famer. 17 yards passing in the second. It feels like Pittsburgh's been on the field with the ball most of this half.
I mean,
at the 49.
He shows all the good stuff, and then it can hurt you with that. And it's like, just throw the ball away.
Quick out screen. Hit right away at the 50. Gain of about 2. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's still going to have an opportunity, regardless of what happens on this. You know, these games are long. They're not short. And as a quarterback, you got to understand that, how you manage it internally. Like right there, he knows that was a poor decision. We've all been there. Plenty of quarterbacks. But when you get the ball back, no matter what happens here, you have a chance to go win the game. And honestly, even if you're up by 4, you still have a chance to win the game.
You got to let go of something. Look how wide Garrett is here on 2nd and 9.
Throws. Caught. Jonnu Smith.
Delpit comes in to make sure he stays short of the sticks.
3rd down and 1 coming up.
Great job by Jenkins flying on the ball, almost getting his hand there. But that ball is precise. You see Rodgers' ability to throw in these conditions still precisely. Monster 31 here. You got to expect 4-down territory.
3rd and 1. Rodgers calling for the ball. Changing the play now at the line. Changing it at the line. Hello, David T. Welcome in.
Last week, Rex Cliff, where he got Gainwell on a go cover for a touchdown. But Detroit 31 and hands it off to Gainwell.
We got flags.
Is brought to a halt. Go back up the Steelers 5 yards.
False start of the Steelers. Back it up 5 yards.
False start. Offense number 60. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down. And Dylan Cook just goes.
Alan Mania. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Right there. And that's why when you go from shotgun down your center, you're not having a cage wide 80 place out. You're tapping the center and moving. It's hard on the offensive tackles.
I'll tell you, Rodgers' face really, he gives you the best cutaways in football. You know exactly how he feels. 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Pressure coming. Incomplete. Garrett almost got there. 4th and 6.
That's the sack.
Steelers are going to punt.
You'll see Garrett come off the edge, and he's any other game. There's a chance Rodgers holds that ball for another half a second, but he basically threw it away, avoiding the record.
What a stop by the Cleveland defense of Jim Schwartz.
Exactly right. They've been outstanding.
Here comes the punt.
3 times he's been Cleveland inside the 20. Should have a great chance to do it here for a 4th time.
Ball at the 12. Cleveland will start there.
Inside 10 minutes to go in Cleveland.
Inside 10 minutes. Don't forget, we'll be live tonight doing a game. We'll be live tonight doing the Bears and the 49ers. Bears and Niners.
AT&T's America's first network, and it's still the best. That's not me talking. That's the scoreboard. Just the fastest, most reliable network. Ain't that right, Graham?
When you compare, there's no comparison. Plain talk, strong signal, nothing better. I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check it doing the Georgia Barker.
Colts and Jacksonville on a tie game of 17. How about that? I think the Colts are still. No, the Colts got knocked out last night. They're done. That's right.
Checking Allstate first.
Colts got knocked out.
My boss. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Hey, Bark Boy. These guys are great.
Tradition unleashes the passion of the dog pound. It inspires us to make Tostitos the traditional way, starting with whole farm kernels to make almond. No artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. Tostitos. Tradition matters. Here we go, Browns.
Don't sweat the technique.
Don't sweat the technique.
Fresh, never frozen, original dough made from 6 simple ingredients. Get 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Pajamas. Welcome to Survivor 50, the greatest adventure on television. Woo! Never done a season like this.
Feels a little like an high school reunion meets like a massacre.
Survivor 50 premieres February 25th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, Road Warrior. How you doing, buddy? I agree. I expect with with AFC North games, it can be a game like this. It's been this way a lot of years. So
better ingredients, better pizza.
It is what it is, I guess. Panthers just scored in the game against Seattle. That's not right. They scored a touchdown. Bryce Young went across the end zone line. Hold on one second. Bryce Young went across the end zone line and said, "Take that, Space Shabirs." That's not right for him to do that. Handoff. Solid run. Gain of 5, gain of 10, out to the 30. One guy to beat. And there's flags down. Monkey nuts.
At the 16-yard line, the Steelers defense is pointing.
They're saying it's a hold. That's a big run. That's a shame.
Within the gate, the 25-yard run.
Wow, that's a monster play because it's coming back, and you made it easier. Roll back. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Leviston called for it. And the run's going right at him. And Patrick Queen comes flying in. And you'll see right here. Just got to let him go, but it's at the point of attack right here. Just let it go right when the ball carries there. Yep. I mean, clearly a hold.
Yeah, clearly a hold. He kept holding him all the way through it.
What they do on every play. It's just when the ball runs right past you. You're going to see it.
First and 15 at the 7 now.
Spot foul. So it's a 1st and 15. And they're backtracking to the 6-yard line. Now it's tougher because coming off the intersection, you try to make it easy on the quarterback, give him something where it's just calm everything down, and now you back him up into his end zone. Tougher. Back to the other side with Sampson.
Handoff, Sampson. Got about 4 back. Or 6 back. It's going to be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the 13.
So the long-time partnership between CBS and the Sun Bowl continues with coverage at 2 o'clock Eastern Time on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus. And our best wishes to Gary Danielson, his final show of his remarkable career. I'll tell you what, he's one of the best, my favorite bowl games, Tony the Tiger. And to Gary, what a career. We said it last week. You're the best. What a pro. What an honor to be.
2nd and 9, looking to throw. About to get hit, gets it off. Nice job. Got back out to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
That was Porter blitzing and Tucker with the tackle. You'll see a overload blitz from the left side. Good job by Shador to actually recognize it before he gets home. But watch, he's going to come down, but they're going to overload this side. So you got a corner coming down, and they've had this multiple times. But they're saying, we know you're going to throw the ball if you can get there, and we're going to have a guy flying down to a cover 2, we call it.
3rd and 9.
Good job by Pittsburgh today. If they don't convert here, you're probably looking at giving Pittsburgh the ball back near midfield. 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, caught.
Can you make a move to get there? No.
Pittsburgh's getting the ball back
with his second catch.
with good field position. That holding play killed him.
First down. If you have a
Holding play killed him.
They rush 5 guys and they basically run a stop. And you've got internal pressure right at you. You've got to figure out somewhere to go. These games team a chance.
Hey, special teams have been a nightmare for the Browns this year. They've given up 3 touchdowns, either kick return or punt return. They've had 2 punts blocked. So this is a danger point right here.
Danger, Will Robinson. Here we go. Did you call it?
Marquez, no pressure on.
Crushes it, gets it off. Drives him all the way back to the 20. Around the outside, going to get up near the 40.
But a good return. You called it. There's 20 there. Yard return. Too much.
Ball's going to be out at the Pittsburgh 43 to start.
Fighting's on in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore right now.
Crazy. Holidays are coming. Thank you, moderators, for being here today. Members of the channel. We didn't have any new subscribers today. You have these days sometimes where it's ice cold like that. They just happen.
100 years ago, no one would insure cars or military members. So they did it themselves. A group of 25 soldiers backed each other. A century later, we're still serving the military and their families. Not just because it's the right thing to do. It's in our DNA.
Sorry, just going through here.
Our founders share honor, service, loyalty.
Going through a couple things real quick.
Why our members know we'll be there. Because at USAA, we take care of our own.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty.
Well, just have delivery of something to the house.
Get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months. Plus
Probably something for Amber.
Specially tagged 2025 Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage vehicles.
Amber's fixing her room up with a new bed and everything.
Samsung Galaxy S25. Did Gemini want the next one coming? Right now. Ah, nutcrackers. Gemini, where are you?
Nutcrackers. That's a good saying. I'm going to use that one.
Gemini, find me massage, please. Oh, that was fast.
4 Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us. No trade-in needed. And 4 lines for $25 a line.
Thank you, moderators today. Appreciate all of you.
Biggest party is now bigger than ever.
There's a Great Lakes bomb cyclone coming up. That's what's going to bring all that snow to those guys up there. Heavy amounts of snow.
7 minutes to go. 7 minutes and could decide the season.
This is why you go get Aaron Rodgers, Jim. For these moments, they've not had this in a while around.
First down and 10.
Now you've got an opportunity to go win a division. Send your team to the playoffs.
They've been held to 2 field goals today. Here's the give.
Handoff, 5 yards on the run, maybe 6 yards on the run. Second down and 4. They're going to give them 7. Second down and 3.
Week 18 doubleheaders coming your way. And we'll have, of course, the NFL Today leading off at noon Eastern. You can always count on Sundays with the NFL and CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Week 18, straight ahead. What will be meaningful? This game will certainly have a lot to say as far as that goes. Again, with a win, clinched the title. With a loss,
what's Matt? What's up, buddy? How you doing, Matt? Happy New Year to you. 2nd and 3. Pitch. Warren doesn't get it right there. Stopped at the 49. Going to be 3rd down. We're coming up on 4-down territory.
Of course, it's going to come to a 3rd and 4th watch. They line up in there. Everyone knows the responsibility. So well coached, this Cleveland defense. Schwartzy, as good as it gets. It's 3rd and 4 is what you would expect. That's a Cleveland Pittsburgh game in Cleveland.
3rd down and 4.
Pittsburgh has not won the last 3 games here.
Right. Only once. since 2017. There's a tie in there 1 year.
He's got your opportunities outside. I kept saying that DS has to come out.
Gainwell going to be hit in the backfield. He lost another yard. Going to be 4th and 5. Are they going to punt again?
If this isn't a sports defense, I don't know what is. You got a wide 9. Watch the explosiveness of the edge rushers. He just shoots the gap inside, disrupts everything. He's not reading anything. He's heading to the quarterback, and you get the running back along the way. How challenging is this bat for this Steelers offense? And there it is.
Pittsburgh's going to punt.
They're going to punt.
Some might have thought it's in 4-down territory yet. No, they want to take their chances with their defense and a rookie quarterback on the other side. Here's the Wakeman punt, and it's
fair catch at the 10. Fair catch at the 10.
The 10-yard line. 43-yard boot and a good one. Inside 5 to go in this one.
Introducing Subway's new Sub Club.
Inside 5 minutes. Oh, my God. The craziness.
Predict the fabric sale, Francine. Folks are freaking out over 4-foot long 3.
Dave Takes is legal unit from Liberty Mutual, who helps save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And his partner Doug is the gentleman under the security guard. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, Liberty. All right, just going through.
Show me how to sync my holiday lights to my music.
Let's walk through it together.
Hey, co-pilot, why are we so far behind?
Toy Assembly has a client.
Make sure I missed anything up here. Can they afford it? Can they afford to do that? I don't know. I mean, well, Cleveland's got to make it hurt. They got to get a couple first downs. That's the only way it matters.
Adjust the inflatable reindeer so it's not crossing into the neighbor's yard.
Any wiggle room on the reindeer? I really like the reindeer.
The only way it matters is if they do that.
Welcome to Survivor 50, the greatest on television.
They go 3 and out. It really doesn't, you know.
Survivor 50 is coming right your towards CBS February 25th.
Now streaming. Sheriff Country's Small Town Justice is a hit.
We do whatever it takes to protect our people.
Sheriff Country. Catch it now on Paramount Plus. New episodes return February on CBS.
You got the game.
Tiki Man, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Happy New Year.
NFL Plus. Keep the NFL in reach.
Back at Cleveland, we have not had any scoring in this second half, Tony, and now this is such a pivotal series coming up for Cleveland and the Pittsburgh defense.
To say the least, I mean,
here we go.
This game's literally been that kind of game where you're like, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out kind of fight, and it's turned into that, but it's always going to be about the quarterback who creates the play late in the game. Shador started off on fire, kind of like got figured out a little bit by Pittsburgh, and now he's got to create a play, but now it's Aaron Rodgers' time. He's going to have to create a shot downfield. Aaron will, but Shador can go win this game with a drive right here. He had an opportunity last week. I think you can learn through these experiences, Jim.
Sanders coming up to the line.
A rookie going against a 21-year veteran in the quarterback matchup. On first down.
Handoff.
They go to Sampson.
Sampson. Gain of about 3, maybe 4. 3, 2nd and 7. Steelers still have all 3 timeouts as well.
Guard Zach Zinter has been playing the last few drives. That's because Wyatt Teller's still dealing with that calf injury. He was rotating with Tevin Jenkins, and now Tevin Jenkins is in the locker room out with a concussion.
Wow, that makes things very difficult, especially when you have Hayward, Harmon, their first-round pick. Benny's been playing better. I mean, this is going to fall on Shador's shoulders.
You see Center. Third round.
Under center, single back set again.
2nd and 7.
Play action, look at the throw.
Big throw coming up.
Sanders running for his life. Hold on to the ball. Tackled at the 19. 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1. He almost got that first down.
That's a huge open field tackle right here.
Big open field tackle right there for the Steelers.
To extend the play and get him into a short yardage situation, but that could have easily been a first down if somebody else not named Ramsey was there to make the tackle.
Yep. Now you got a 3rd and 1. And of course,
3rd and 1. You got to go power off I and just try to push him.
Have to go.
So much on the line right here. Baltimore.
3:30 on the clock. Sanders going from a shotgun. What the heck? Handoff.
Give it to Sanders, and he is held short. Is he?
He's held short. Oh, my God.
Sedore's asking to go for it. He did show propensity last week.
You can't, though, at your own 19. Look at a false here.
They are going to punt. 3 and out.
Any quibble with that?
Unbelievable.
Your own 19. You got 3 timeouts. Your defense. You play the game that's being played today. You don't just base this on an off season. I mean, have they exactly gone up and down the field on you? They got 6 points on punting the ball. Although it is Aaron Rodgers, and he does have some abilities he don't have.
Miller back there who had that 24-yard return on the last punt.
Let the clock tick. Smart-ish. Part of me thinks I might have done it a little earlier because they have all 3 timeouts just in case I want the ball back.
The Borkets. This one's got some hang time.
Drives the ball all the way back to the 20. Fair catch called.
Beautiful, magnificent 61-yard punt by Corey.
How's things going?
And Rodgers. Let's go 80.
Sullivan.
Nationwide could be a great insurance and financial service.
What's he staring at? Squirrels? Come here. Come here. He's more worried about you being home and squirrels. All right. 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Pittsburgh with the ball on their own 20. They got to go 80 yards.
For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Avatar Fire Dash's captivating audiences.
Also, Seattle is about to score over in their game against Carolina. I don't know if Tampa Bay has come back yet or not. I don't know what the score is in that Dolphins game. I'm looking for it. Waiting to see it to come up.
Stick to the agenda. Or experience something unexpected.
They're showing all the finals first. Colts and Jacksonville tied at 17.
This isn't just combat. It's cinema. Every strike is a frame. Every rivalry.
See if that's the next score up here. Patriots 42-10, blowing them out.
This canvas is more than a stage.
Just Titans and the Saints in a good one, 26-20.
Where stories live, where worlds collide.
Next one should be the Miami score.
It's on. The new home.
20-10. So yeah, the Bucs ain't gonna pull that out. So I don't think that's gonna matter.
CBS and Fox, followed by Sunday Night Football as the Bears versus the 49ers on NBC. Then Week 17 concludes with Monday Night Football as the Rams.
Well, they're only a game behind the Panthers, so I guess if they both lose,
with NFL Plus.
they would still have a chance. Welcome in, Chad Mears. Merry Christmas.
Coming up after this one.
First down and 10. Here we go.
JP and the guys. JP will
Yeah, it's rough, Marquez. You're right. I agree.
with 2:16 to go.
Here we go.
Crowd is just chanting, Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett. This is your opportunity. Now I do think they're going to run the ball a couple times on this drive too. But you're going to have some.
All right, shotgun formation, 5 wide.
Does not want to go to week 18 against the Baltimore. He wants to end it right here. So why you bring him in?
Empty backfield on first down.
Pressure coming, going to throw the ball. I'd like to point out that Tony Romo, at the start of the last 3 drives, has said this is why they brought him in. This is why they brought Rodgers in. At the start of all 3 drives.
It's too late.
You've said that twice.
First throw is incomplete. Second down and 10.
On the deep ball on the first sideline.
Trying to teach him for the future. It goes forward. The house is set. They're going to need it.
5 wide again. 5 wide again.
He's got to win once.
Second and 10.
Miles Garrett coming. Garrett almost got to him. He had to throw it away. Incomplete. Garrett was right there. Third down and 10.
Now you got a 3rd and 10.
Rogers is going to go ahead and read the right side, and he's going to come to the check down. But the fact that Garrett is there, he's uncomfortable, doesn't get to stand in, and you see Garrett's family almost has the record.
But monster third down play right here.
3rd down and 10, 2:08 on the clock. Sub it up if you're new.
3rd and 10.
Here they come again. Rogers looking for help. Can't get it. Incomplete. Almost got sacked. 4th and 10.
Of the 2-minute warning, but it's 4th down.
What are they going to do?
See the outside pressure coming in. Rogers has to step up, and it's a great job by Cleveland at collapsing the pocket. And Rogers, if he wouldn't have gotten touched,
They're going for it.
Wow.
They're going for it. 4th and 10. You go for it here, Tony. If you don't get it, you give up a field goal. You have a 3-yard timeouts.
It's actually genius if you think about it, because he can hold them to a field goal. Like you said, if he gets a 7, this is brilliant.
Pressure coming. Rogers knocked down. Knocked down and deflected at the line of scrimmage. Cleveland's going to get the ball back. And there's your 2-minute warning.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, Cleveland takes over at the Pittsburgh 20, but it's not over yet.
It ain't over yet. Not over yet.
What's up, Paul Nation? It's your #1 broker with the best full-service wealth management skills in the biz. Actually,
That's your 2-minute warning, though.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Sean likes to invest and trade on your own.
and if you want, they can even manage it for you.
Jacksonville just took the lead on the Colts, by the way.
Insurance and estate planning, all with low fees.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management.
Ain't over till it's over, Alamania. You're right.
And it's only $19.99.
Shut up. For real?
Wait, why?
Shut up.
About what?
$19.99.
Big Six.
6?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't understand what's going on.
Shut up.
Why are we yelling? Big Six meal 2 for that.
Why are we yelling?
Cool. iPhone 17. I switched to T-Mobile.
You get 4 iPhone 17s on them.
We're just hanging out here waiting for the commercial break to be done.
4 lights for just $25 a month.
Here we have Animus perpetuus.
Oh, come on, let's go.
Also known as the creature of habit. Though he tries to maintain his physique, diet and exercise are no match for his genetics. Same old. But what's this? Exploring weight loss treatment through pills instead of fighting the forces of nature. And he's completed an online intake. It's the first step to personalized treatment of prescribed.
I really wanted a Browns loss.
Glorious. Evolve your care for weight loss and sexual health.
Why did you want a Browns loss? For the positioning for the draft? That's a neat commercial. Looks like a bunch of Matchbox cars. Is that Match? Oh, it's an Audi commercial, but it looked like Matchbox cars. That's pretty cool. Draft pick, yeah. You guys got some good stuff for the future here. They can keep putting it together. I got to be honest. Got a great tight end. He got hurt today, but he's a stud, I think. Got a great running back in Junkins. He gets healthy. Shador Sanders looks potentially like there could really be something.
Cleveland takes over at the Steelers 20-yard line, Tony.
He needs some polish, but still.
Well, I think it's just how aggressive you want to be if you're Cleveland. You can end this football game, but not on first down. You got to hand the ball off here. But on second down, you can actually do a play action.
1st and 10. Everybody's saying hi to Molly. 1st and 10.
They can get this ball back with 1 minute and 30, down 7, give up the field goal. So why they went for it on third down.
First
handoff right up the middle. We got flags. It's a false start.
The flag. Yep, and bring it back 5 yards.
False start again.
This is where the tension grows. Prior to the ball being snapped.
You want Jeremiah Smith in 2 years. He's a great player.
Second timeout. Smart. They didn't like to look what they were going to run it against.
Timeout before the penalty.
Again, the State Farm JB and all the team back at Studio 43 in New York, scores and highlights from around the league on this next to last week of the regular season. Tommy Reese, play caller for the Browns. Not like happy. He didn't like the misalignment that they had.
All right, 1st and 10. 1st and 10.
So here's your first down play.
Handoff.
Sampson.
Off tackle to Sampson. Gain of 5. Gain of 5. Steelers are going to call a timeout.
Timeout number 1 for Pittsburgh. Yep, and that's why that was such a good job taking the timeout. Tommy Reese, who's actually called some pretty good games that I've watched. I mean, he's taken over. I'm impressed with this young man.
Use one of these bins under the tree and go get another one to replace it.
What are we doing for that?
I was gonna put shoes under my bed.
Yes, you can do that.
And then I can just replace it tomorrow or Tuesday.
Okay, so you can work that out.
This is game 100 for him on the Cleveland sideline. Can it be a milestone victory for him to deny the Steelers clinching the division?
2nd down and 5.
Every football game is, even when you're out of it, you can still feel it, right? How aggressive do they want to be here? 2nd and 5.
Hand up, stopped.
Come back a yard.
3rd down and 6 coming up.
They brought it back on 2nd down. I wouldn't have done that. Pittsburgh had kind of seen it a little bit because they actually snapped the ball. So the second timeout utilized by Pittsburgh. As you see, again, if Pittsburgh falls here, the Steelers next week would host the Ravens with everything on the line in the AFC North. We were talking to Stefanski about, what do you do these last 2 weeks? Try to develop this young talent? What are you going to do? He just cut us off and said, we're out to win. We want to win. Says he talks to his dad every day and keeps reminding him, just enjoy it.
3rd down and 6 coming up.
Out of it, when you pull off a meaningful win against a big-time rival. It reminds me of Adrian. What do you want me to do? Win. Right. Ding. Touchdown. Da-da-da, that's what they're trying to do. Here we go. Extra lineman in.
Hand off again.
6.
Nope.
Just gets to the 15. Now you're looking at a 33-yard field goal. Clock is stopped again. Pittsburgh's used its last time out. That's what we said. We'll get it back with 135-ish. Kick the field goal, kickoff. Did you like what they did there on that sequence of plays? I thought the 2nd down play, 1st down was great. 2nd down, incorrect. Shotgun, slow developing play, and you already showed him, and you had the ball snapped.
They're going to kick a field goal here.
Players are really smart in the NFL. When they see a similar type look, they attack faster. I'd have done something else there. That 3rd down, you got a young quarterback. I'm protecting it. I've given up 6 points all day. Go down and score an 80, 85, 75-yard touchdown on me. Let me see it. Had you been able to pick up a first down, you would have basically won the game. But instead, they seemed like they were content to be bringing out Schmidt for a field goal try, who's made his last 10 attempts. 33 yards.
33 yards, up and good. Seven-point lead with 1:40.
Number 1 pass defense in the National Football League was held Aaron Rodgers to 110 yards today. And these wide receivers, Tim, I mean, just not good enough so far. By the way, the field goal, the first points of the second half. That's it.
First points of the second half. 3 points right there.
24 yards and only 1 first down. Stefanski trusts the Jim Schwartz defense to close out this game. That's exactly right. They've made that decision multiple times now in these last few drives.
How many timeouts left? None for Pittsburgh, 2 for Cleveland.
You imagine against the record to close out the game. You can imagine like a bigger moment for Jim Nance. But you've had a few big moments. I think this one would be up there, bud. Not saying it's number 1, but this would be a huge moment. Bruce Aaron Rodgers knows all about last-second victories. You watched the NFL today. They had a special on this being the 50-year anniversary of the first Hail Mary.
Here we go. 1st down and 10.
Dallas over Minnesota 50 years ago today, but the all-time.
They're going to get it.
Mary artists, they said it.
Let's see where.
Rodgers has the most in history.
They're going to get a touchback to start.
There's a good chance it will. And the #1 Hail Mary artist of all time is on the field.
Yes, that's it.
So don't hit me anymore. No, I'm going to try. All right, as long as it's you, just don't make it be mine.
Yeah, he's exchanging a few words with that. That's right. He got to him earlier in this quarter. Now they're stomping the stands here in Cleveland.
Listen to the noise in that stadium right now. I love it. I don't care what you say. Browns fans are some of the most passionate, not just in football, in all of sports. In all of sports. First down, big throw, Rodgers out to the 50.
What a drive starter. This could not have turned.
Wow, that was a quick play on first down. You can't just let him sit back there and throw. You can't do that. You're going to get burnt.
Here he goes on first down
To the sideline, caught Miller.
He did not get the second foot down.
Did not get the foot down. Incomplete. Second down. If you're Cleveland, you cannot let him sit back there.
Jeff Seaman over here, the line judge. He's made the proper call.
Campbell's in a tough
2nd and 10. 1:19 on the clock.
He's been so tight all day. We'll see how he plays it on this one as he's up there very tight on this.
Meanwhile, Garrett's on the inside.
You're right, Jim. He's moved inside. That way he can get double team. That's why he's changing the protection.
On 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Miles coming at him. Throws. Caught. Freiermuth. Big play all the way down the middle of the field. This is why you don't play 3 yards and kick a field goal. You try to score. Minute on the clock. At the 21.
Play goes for 29 yards. Clock running inside of a minute.
Trips right. Throws. Caught. Freiermuth at the 10. 1st and goal.
This is an RPO run pass option, and I can't believe he was literally
40-some seconds on the clock.
Jump catch. And he's like, what route? Just get up on the ball. I'll tell you. He's going to take a shot outside there. MVS for the win up top.
Here he's looking left. He comes this
Throws outside.
By Thielen. And
Thielen
at the 7.
at the 7. 2nd goal. 30 seconds on the clock.
But I think they might go for 2 for the win.
They could. But look at this play. Down the middle of it. How precise was that pass?
Off his back foot within inches. And then here's the jump pass.
The RPO you mentioned.
Hello, Amy. Welcome in.
Like the adrenaline is up. His arm. He is in the zone on this drive right now after a rough day. Trying to double team Garrett out here. Get it shit.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Almost intercepted. 3rd and goal. Ward got a hand on it.
Ward's been incredible. He's supposed to break in. And yes, keep going. And he decides to do his own thing. And almost ends the game for the Steelers. It worked. He's played outstanding. And Ward's going to say, my bad. Or MVS going to say, my bad.
3rd and goal. 24 seconds. MVS at the top. Nowhere at the bottom.
3rd and goal. 5 wide again. 5 wide.
If he wants it, does he trust it?
They chip on Garrett. They go to the end zone.
Incomplete. 3rd down, now 4th. They're double teaming Myles Garrett on every one. They're using the running back to double team Garrett.
2 times in a row, not on the same page. He runs the outside.
Now Pittsburgh finds itself in the exact situation they were in.
Wow. Sub it up if you're new today.
4th and goal.
We're doing the 8 o'clock game tonight. Bears, 49ers. We're doing Monday Night Football tomorrow night. Sub it up if you're new. 21 seconds on the clock. 4th and goal.
Take a deep breath, Baltimore. 3 on the play clock.
Look at the throw. End zone. Incomplete. No flags. No
to the dog pound. Hoo, 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 hoo.
Brownies with a big win. Gives us a Week 18 game that means something to broadcast. Yes. I love it.
They could not find a guy.
Even though I don't think we'll beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, I'm just being honest. I think they're going to be the better team. I'm happy for a Week 18 game.
To make a play like that, as they've had a couple of times.
That's a big win for the Cleveland franchise, too, and for Shedeur Sanders. That's all positive for the Browns and their organization.
And Cleveland will have the victory, and we'll head to Week 18 for the Steelers.
Week 18, we got a good one, baby. Way to go, Stefanski. He's the hottest coach in football.
Two-time NFL Coach of the Year.
I hope the Tampa Bay and the other one is a big game, too, and I hope that they're back-to-back. That would be huge next Sunday. Listen, I agree, Doug. It could have been a penalty there. I do agree with you as well. I was waiting to see if there was. Sub it up. We'll be back live again tonight for football at 8 o'clock. Bears and 49ers. Bears and 49ers tonight. For all my Disney friends, we'll be back with the Triple C show at 6 o'clock. I love it. Let's do this next week. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. All right, we'll see you in just a little bit, everybody. Sub it up on the way out and help us out.